Hello there. I'd like to talk to you about our friends at Fair Lease. Fair Lease, that's where you're going to lease your next vehicle. Blake is currently going down this path with Fair Lease. Tell us all about it, Blake.
I found out what white glove means. It means they bring it to you and they like hand detail
Well,
it.
it's white glove service.
Oh.
White glove is just the color of a glove.
Yeah, but they have those.
Yeah, okay, so white glove service, they're taking care of everything for you.
No, Matthew's taking care of me, setting up some test drives. He's giving me some pricing and giving me the best deal possible. Really great customer service over there at Fair Lease. That's probably how they got the name.
White glove service. It is fair. It is fair. When you do go to fairlease.org, click request a quote, and then this part is important. Select the dumb zone on the How Did You Hear About Us page. It pops up. That is what you need to know. And that Fair Lease is also having us out at a remote February 7th. That'll be at the Haas Moto Museum. It's going to be a big time, a big to-do, courtesy of Fair Lease and fairlease.org.
All right. I never listen.
Kind of a different open today.
I wanna listen to the dumb zone.
Future us just said some stuff.
I hope. We'll see how that goes.
That's our plan anyway.
I'm gonna listen.
Happy Thursday. Hi, everyone. I'm Dan McDowell.
I'm Jake Kemp.
I'm Blake Jones.
Along with Rob Chickering, Video Man.
All right.
Video man.
Do you have a mic?
I never listen. I'm gonna
Did you have a update on
listen to the dumb zone.
where you've been? Also in studio, comedians Jimmy Nelson and Scott Crisp.
Wow.
Wow. We're in our DZ TV studios today.
Local comedians.
Regional
comedian.
Local
Regional
firemen.
comedians.
Upgraded to regional.
Oh, yeah.
Today they're
Local
locally.
is fair.
Are you also a fireman, Scott?
No, I'm not. Oh, actually, I am in Sims.
Okay.
They just gave me that job. I was telling Jimmy that we've become colleagues.
Sim's still cooking.
Yeah.
Also in studio, sit in Cassie Dawson and husband Jack. We'll hear from them in closing remarks, perhaps. But yeah, Rob
I said maybe.
Yes.
has been out of town.
Yes, I was. At the best inauguration ever.
The best.
The
So,
best one.
what were you
Everybody will
doing?
say it was the best. I was working for The Blaze, Glenn Beck's company, and they did 2 days of broadcast up there at the inauguration.
Did you see Barron?
No, but I'm fascinated with it.
Oh, I'm on a Barron kick right now.
What a big fella.
Yeah.
Did you see the Barron clip where he went up to Biden, and then Biden had the stink face look on his face after he walked away?
No.
It's incredible.
The only Barron clip I saw is when Trump shouted him out and he stood up and did like a very Manhattan version of the Hulk Hogan thing where he put his hand up to his ear and was like,
Very pinky out.
let me hear it. Let me hear it. He looked dope as hell.
He looks just like Ivanka. Like he's got her features.
Yeah, he's a
and-
good looking kid.
Yeah.
I think he's probably the supreme leader in 20 years,
Oh,
right?
Emperor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
What's he,
Bring it
18?
on.
18 now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
I
he's
think
about to
so.
start college. And
Yeah.
Trump has said that that's how he ended up on Rogan and Theo and all that stuff.
Because Barron said, hey,
Yeah,
Do
these are
some
good
pods.
shows.
Barron's crypto kid.
Is that why he did the coin?
That's what they say.
So were you in the room itself?
No, we were in Virginia. We didn't go anywhere near that mess.
Oh,
We stayed
okay.
pretty far away from. But I have a bunch of friends of mine who were working tech in there. I know a guy who was doing the Steadicam in the rotunda. He was working that. It was pretty cool to see the video from that.
Nice.
Wild setup. It was a scene. I told Jake earlier, it's the only president I've ever seen that has merch.
Nice.
It's incredible. Like people were on the airplane when I was flying out. Lady had this big Trump necklace on, and
you
just
gotta support your team.
it's incredible.
Did you
Yeah,
see any
like
of the shoes?
jerseys? No shoes.
God, were those real?
The gold
Oh, the
shoes?
Trump
Yeah.
shoes. I forgot about that. No, I did not see the shoes. It was pretty cold. People were pretty bundled up.
I know about the Bible, the
It makes me feel
Lee Greenwood Bible, right?
It makes me feel better
not
about
familiar with
some
that
of
one.
our shameless. Like, hey, get our calendar now. Hey, buy the look,
Look, I think
you got to do it.
I personally think that if we're gonna try to look at the positives, the end of shamelessness should be like the hallmark of the Trump era. Like nobody should feel bad about hawking anything.
Yeah. I mean, they sell miracle water.
Yeah,
late at night
right.
To the elderly.
Yeah.
About saying anything, hawking anything, Yeah,
Grabbing
let's
anything, even because if you're famous,
Let's do Jake coin.
Yeah, I feel like that would tank.
So Glenn Beck's pretty pleased. I would imagine that.
Yeah, it was a pretty party atmosphere in that space. Which, the one thing I can say is it seems like this round of Trump is a little different. It feels like just like they've got their S together. They really came in with a plan. And
That sounds awesome.
So we'll see how this goes.
Very excited for them to learn efficiency.
Yeah.
They say last time
That's always gone well historically.
Yes.
The theory is last time they didn't actually think they were going to win.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this time felt pretty good about it. And once we do,
Yeah, like
we are ready
Trump
to
went to the
get-
one
get
debate and
stuff
was like,
going.
holy shit, I have to hire some people. Like, this guy's dead.
yeah.
Like, we're golden.
That was an all-timer.
Yeah.
Everyone's being like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that might have been the most active my group texts have been
That debate.
in like even including sports, like in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Like just all of us looking down and being like, "We all watching this? Like this is happening? He's dead."
Right. That must have been a great day for Glenn Beck, too, just because it feels like usually the debates are kind of even, but then you're like, all right, well, I'll just
Take my side.
pimp for my guy.
Yeah.
But
You're
you
rooting
don't
for your
really
team.
fully believe, like Glenn Beck's known, like, I can't even believe I'm seeing it. Like, this is the one where your liberal text threads are like, this sucks.
uh-oh.
We're all dead.
Yeah.
You've never heard that.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, it didn't go too well.
Actually stayed president until just a few days ago. I don't know if people
There's a
Oh,
fully
yeah?
realize
another
that.
Texas
Wild.
comedian, C.J. Landry, had a very funny joke about that.
Oh, we should have him on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. I forgot to say hi to Blake when I walked in. I got the target on my back today, ladies and gentlemen. But he was talking about how like he's unfit to run, but he's still president.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's like if your buddies, you're out drinking and you're like, man, Steve's fucking wasted. And then you're all like, wait, Steve's driving.
how did we end up here?
And then the tagline at the end is like, yeah, but Steve's got to drive. Otherwise, it's going to be a lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was in the right lane.
Write that name
They're
down,
going
Blake.
very
That guy
slow.
sounds funny.
CJ Landry, a super regional comedian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, on today's show, we
So
generally
much.
we do a lot of sports and stuff. So I guess we have to touch on the Cowboys. Looking back at your guys' podcast, so you guys do a podcast together.
Yes, sir.
We do.
Oddball history.
Yeah. And as I was scrolling through it, I did notice one of your earlier episodes was 10-cent beer night, which I'm a big fan
yeah.
of.
Yes.
That was a fun one.
And was a fan of the fact that you didn't just do surface level look at it. You got the behind the scenes. You knew stuff was going on the week prior. A lot of people
Yeah.
would just look at 10-cent beer night and figure, oh, just the beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I loved getting to know that, the whole backstory, that it was
Right.
They knew there was going to be a brawl before it was even 10-cent beer night.
And they had done 10-cent beer night a few times previous to that, and nothing
that's
had
right.
happened. So
And they did it after, and it was okay. They put a limit on how much you could get, and it was okay.
right. But
Everybody
anyway,
always wants to blame alcohol.
right? Yeah. Geez.
Harmless old alcohol.
Minding its own business.
Yeah.
Just helping everybody out.
But also just from going through oddball history, it seems like you're more the sports guy.
I'm pretty into sports. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Former D3 baseball player. I don't like
That's
to
right.
brag on him, but
That's right.
Is that right?
oh yeah.
I did a little pitching over in Irving at University of Dallas, the very Catholic college, that whenever you tell anyone about it, they go, "You mean UTD?" And you have to go, "No."
Yeah, that's wild.
There's something called the University of Dallas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very nice
Irving.
private school.
Hmm.
Catholic school. I
It's on
think.
top of a hill across from where Texas Stadium used to be.
Okay.
Very religious Catholic school.
Did you end up there just because of baseball,
Just
or also
because
your
of
love
baseball.
of? Okay.
No, not my love of Catholicism.
popes and demons.
I was the token Protestant at University of Dallas.
I didn't
That's
listen
the
to your
diversity.
I didn't listen to your episode yet on the real Rudy, but He's an asshole, right?
Yeah, he's a
Yes.
dickhead.
Yeah,
He's
okay,
an
good.
asshole, and he's in a new commercial now too. I just saw him. He's in one of one of those commercials where they get all the old college football guys. They got Rudy.
Shameless.
And
Yeah,
What was his
Dan's been
beverage
banging this
called?
drum
he
forever.
looks bad.
I've been banging it since I met him.
Yeah.
He was an ass. It was like
Yeah.
15 years ago. He was not a good guy.
Well, he got in trouble with the SEC for he started a beverage company, and it had a funny name. I forgot. It was like
Rudy Bev.
it was
or
like
something?
it was just called Rudy, and it had a silly tagline about overcoming the odds.
Yeah,
and it was
that's
just kind of a knockoff of Gatorade.
sports drink called Rudy with the tagline "Dream big, never quit." It's nothing even like in a punny way to do with beverages.
But they pretty much he faked all these like research reports
Ooh.
about it having like medical benefits for recovery, and he was just faking them and got millions and millions of dollars, and then kind of went, "I'm gonna leave now."
That's
Yeah.
just him being scrappy.
Scrappy.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
right.
scrappiness we appreciate on the football field.
Nobody believed he could have
But
done
when
it.
it comes to falsifying science records, everyone gets mad.
All right, we have a big deal today. We have new sponsor
Whoa!
to the show.
Big day.
Now, this is not to denigrate any of the other sponsors that we already have and love and that they're here.
You got-
It's- but
you
but
have
if you have a new
kids,
baby,
yeah,
you actually do some celebrating. Now, so the
they
other,
just had a baby.
you know,
Cassie
who did?
and Jack.
Cassie had a
Well,
baby.
Cassie, yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
We love them all.
we love them all, but yeah, you got a new one, and you got to like show everybody and talk about it and be like, "Oh, have you seen the new sponsor?
Right.
Have you seen the new? Oh, it's
Come
so
on
cute.
over.
Let me show
We'll
you
make
some
a
pics of the new
casserole.
sponsor.
You always love the new sponsor, One Day Doors and Closets.
This is a cool idea.
One Day Doors and Closets.
Replace your interior doors in one day without any messy construction in your house. Now, I have new doors in the home as part of our remodel, and I honestly think I overshot. I could have just replaced the doors.
Yeah.
Because they're nice. It's a nice feeling.
In fact, because I was talking to Julie yesterday about this, a new sponsor coming on board, and I'm walking around my house while talking to her, and I'm looking at my door like,
That
yeah,
door sucks.
this does suck. Like, you never think about that. And their bit is, like, if you put in new doors, you won't believe it's like hanging a new piece of art in your house. Like, all of a sudden, just something will click. Like, this is way better. So why not? Have them out to your house. They'll give you a free look, and they have a special right now. Buy one, get one free just for listeners of this show. So if you were to go to onedaytexas.com/promo30, buy one, get one free, but they won't offer this to you. If you're like, oh, I came here because I read your ad in a magazine, they'll be like, nope, full price,
yeah, that
This
wouldn't
is-
work.
right?
Yeah.
onedaytexas.com/promo30.
It's a cool idea, yeah. They save 30 to 50% compared to big box stores. They use their 3D measuring technology to make the blueprint for you.
Wait a second.
Yep, 3D.
Unbelievable.
I know. onedaytexas.com/promo30. And look, even if you only need one door, who doesn't just need an extra door? Now you'll have another one.
Right.
It's buy one, get one free.
Put it like behind the bookshelf.
Do whatever you
And
want
then all of
with
a
it.
sudden you're like,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be fun?
It's one day doors and closets. That's cool.
All right. Well, thank you to our new sponsor. It's so cute. Look at
at
our
it.
new little our one day. Oh my gosh, it made a little poopy. It's not solid yet though. I remember when you were having that talk.
Yeah,
Is
it
your-
just leak out.
Wasn't it you and Killer would always talk about your kids' poop?
No, that
The
was just Killer.
consistency.
Oh,
I just it was only Killer.
walk into the room. They're like, yeah, it's still a little not quite solid yet. And I'm like, all right, what are you guys talking about?
God, I don't miss any of that.
The yellow with the seed thing
Yeah?
always blew me away.
What do you mean?
Like it's mustardy colored, and
Mm-hmm.
there's little like looks like seeds almost when they're like real newborns.
Yeah, you're supposed to feed it better than that.
I was going to say, you may have like
Hey,
a,
talk to the
parasite.
missus. I don't know.
You have a defective
She had some
baby.
bad titty milk, but this kid was just spitting out some nice stone ground mustard for a couple weeks.
I do have a cowboy opinion
Yeah.
because it seems like everybody's saying the wind is blowing the Brian Schottenheimer way, and
Kill me.
a lot of opinions are just like a sigh and then a head shake and kill me. I'll hear that from different people, and then I'll hear the just this and that about Brian Schottenheimer. I've heard nobody say this, but this is what I believe. This is a red herring. They're tossing this
Schotty?
out there
Okay.
because
Set the bar low.
Yeah, so they're going to end up hiring Kellen Moore.
Ugh.
And when Kellen Moore takes the job, had Brian Schottenheimer not been in the mix, we would have been like, the guy who you ousted because he couldn't get CeeDee Lamb the ball in San Francisco,
Yeah.
the guy who you thought Mike McCarthy would be a better, like, no creativity. He hasn't really gone to Philly and done anything wild. You know, they were doing the tush push before he got there. He hasn't invented anything. And does he look like a leader of men? He's not vocal. He's not Dan Campbell. Like, that's what you would have said 2 weeks ago. Now, if they hire Kellen Moore tomorrow, you'll be like, oh,
Sigh of relief.
yeah, God, a guy who has done something. He won 80 college football games. He knows Dak. He knows how things work here. He's called play. Like, has Brian Schottenheimer called plays for the Cowboys? Never.
No. No, that's
the only thing going for him is his last name. Like, even his resume looks horrible. Well, wasn't he was he the quarterback coach or the OC for Jacksonville under Trevor Lawrence's first year? They were like 30th in the NFL in offense.
the numbers are not good
Yeah.
anywhere. You're kind of having to more. I think they've just been handcuffing Schotty everywhere he's been, but once they give him the full reign,
Yeah.
he's just gonna go nuts.
Like, I can't imagine Brian Schottenheimer in front of the team giving that the Hard Knocks preseason speech, welcome, and here's how we're going to be, and here's what, like, think of the Dan Campbell bite in your kneecaps, but then just think of anybody who you've ever seen do that.
Or the Robert Saleh strange thing about the Eagles. He kind of lost his train of thought halfway through it, but Eagles
remember
fly
that.
high.
What was this?
When the Jets had the Hard Knocks and he was given a first day speech.
Oh yeah, that did fall flat.
Yeah. Maybe he'd be more like that. Whatever. But I just can't see Micah Parsons being like, I'll run through a wall for this guy. Like, he might say,
No.
who is he?
No, and ultimately,
No,
like,
he's
if
been
you're
here for 3 years.
winning,
Micah.
sometimes that's where a coordinator comes in, right? Like, that's why it didn't matter that Mike McCarthy's not that rah-rah, because you had Dan Campbell, or you have position coaches that get you fired up. It's more just that I am still dismayed that they can hire anybody for any amount of money they want, and they end up on Brian Schottenheimer.
You think
That's
this,
crazy.
You think this is an overcorrect from Deion?
Is Deion totally out of the question?
Again, if you hired Deion right now, you'd be like, excellent.
Well,
It's not Brian Schottenheimer.
when McCarthy turned him down, it seemed like the next day it was Jerry's calling Deion, and people were getting really excited. But if you were to hire Kellen Moore after Deion, the rumors of Deion, then you would be disappointed.
Interesting. Yeah.
So maybe you got to come back a little bit, interview.
Why don't you
Leslie
just
Fran-
hire a coach? Who cares about all this? It's the craziest thing.
Because you need talk, you need things happening, you need buzz.
There's not. Brian Schottenheimer is so missionary. Like, he just it's just a nice
A lot of eye
scheduled
contact.
eye contact.
You got
and-
your hair's so pretty tonight, babe.
He might
Yeah.
be hole cutting sheet.
Getting his buddies to jump.
he just
on the bed with
soaks.
He's a
Brian
soaker.
Sokenheimer. I don't think that's going to take off. But I do think he's getting hired now. I know a week ago we said something else, but they're having like a second long interview with him. Ed Werder said that the one interview they did with Kellen wasn't even that long. And I was not ever against Kellen Moore, by the way. I want him. He's like Barron for me. Whenever he takes over, I want everyone to know.
Well,
Always on board. But no, this is not going well.
I don't believe it'll be Brian. Like, I just can't allow myself to believe that uninspiring of a hire could have, like,
I know.
a guy who not one other NFL team, college team.
It's troubling.
I don't even know if a high school team would
It's a bit much, but
seriously consider.
I know
I'll
you're
tell you,
cooking
Argyle
right now.
doesn't want him.
You're rolling. I was laughing looking at the Aaron Glenn to the Jets news because apparently Aaron Glenn was going to interview with the Saints, and he never got on the plane. And part of the reason for that was that he told the ownership in New Orleans, hey, I'm not sure about your GM, Mickey Loomis, who's been there forever, like forever. This is the guy my brother worked for. And they were like, no, we don't think you should have control over that. So he was trying to make like a Shanahan play.
Okay.
And and say like we need to hire our own GM, and then they said no. So
Just
he canceled
someone
the
I'm
interview and
on-
took the Jets.
I'm on the same page with.
And
yeah.
something somewhat similar happened in Jacksonville, where the Bucks OC was going to interview with them, and then he backed out, and they correspondingly fired their GM.
Right. Well, wasn't that who were they interviewing the week prior?
I don't recall.
Was it the guy from the new Bears head coach?
Ben Johnson?
Was it Ben Johnson? Somebody they were interviewing somebody where I thought you're the one who told me that they had said.
Well, the owner had said, yeah, like if we get
we have
a
our
new
GM in
coach
place,
here,
but
yeah, then
it's not cement.
That was weird.
And he was sitting next to him.
He was sitting at least on a Zoom call with him, and 10 days later they fired that guy.
Yeah, like why was?
But
if you were going to fire him, you probably should have done it.
I bring all that up to say that if anybody wanted to come here and said like, "Hey, I want to have a little more control," they're not even interviewing that guy.
Yeah.
So Aaron Glenn was never an option.
Fire station rumor, so it's probably wrong and dumb. But there's someone talking about Schottenheimer's a placeholder until Witten's ready to take it.
So this is a thing. This is a thing.
That's a thing. Okay.
Yeah,
No.
and he's going to be hired this time for something.
Yeah.
We just don't know what. And the weird part is Brian Schottenheimer's not that old. So like whenever they were, the idea apparently was that McCarthy would take their money, take a short deal, and they could shoehorn Witten onto him as like a coach in waiting. And McCarthy was like, no to all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so now they have Witten that they want to bring on, but they know they can't just make him the head coach. But it would work if they had like Mike Zimmer, who's 70. But if you hire a guy who's the same age as Jason Witten, or, you know, within a decade older, that's very awkward. That's a cucking right there, folks. That's what's happening to Schottenheimer, because it's a job that they'll give it to him, and he's not getting offers anywhere else, like you said. That is where we are.
It's
boring.
baffling.
Boring and baffling.
Yeah.
Still our year, though.
No.
Still are here.
Rebuilding. Dak's going to be sharp. He's rested.
I mean, if Washington can do it,
There we go.
They sold their team. They had to sell their team.
are you fired up? Rob, are you still a fan of Washington? Rob grew up there.
What do you mean, still a fan? Like, what is he like? I'm only riding if Dan Snyder's here.
No, I don't know. Like you
Ever since
moved,
the
you
name
moved
change,
here
since
a
the
million
name
years
change.
ago, and you know.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you still.
Still a Redskins fan. Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I guess-
Redskins.
Are they allowed to say it?
Did you sign the petition?
Is that how it works? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, he
I
spends
can't say Commanders.
a
Can't
weekend
do
working
it.
with Glenn Beck, and he comes.
oh, I know.
Yeah.
Why is he wearing a headdress?
Yeah, rested it ready. No, I'm fired up.
You should be.
I got a great quarterback.
It is good.
Doesn't break things when he runs and things.
You better
Yeah.
I
watch
worry
out.
about him. I worry about him.
Yeah.
He's a small dude and he keeps throwing himself in the pile. But
You got to be pulling
He's
for
amazing.
Washington this weekend as a Cowboys fan, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
I feel like it's a toss-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you actually think the Eagles have a chance, and you don't want the Eagles. You can never root for the Eagles, and Washington's been so bad. I would imagine that was different 30
20 years.
years ago.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know,
hatred.
but then again, that's when they had Buddy Ryan and all that kind of stuff. That was
So
probably
maybe.
pretty awesome too.
Bounties.
Or don't you want the guy that beat you to beat everybody? That kind of line of thinking?
Well,
Yeah,
a
but
lot of
they-
people
they-
beat the
they
Cowboys.
both beat us.
Okay, all right. Bad year for that.
Yeah.
Like, so we're also rooting for the Ravens and the,
Yeah, the Saints.
Yeah.
They were still, Remember when the Saints rolled them? The
So-
Mavs are also effed. We'll talk about
yeah.
that tomorrow.
Oh,
That's I think I actually
Oh,
said
Derek
something
Lively
to you
hurt.
guys 2 weeks ago. I said, hey, it's all good. Sometimes you just get bad luck. Nothing they could have done. They're cooked.
yeah.
They have Oklahoma City tonight and Boston Saturday. I forgot.
with no Lively.
Yeah,
I'm not
for
the
like a long time.
I'm not the biggest basketball fan,
Yeah, like
but I
3 months, right?
randomly watched a game, and it was the one where Luka and Kyrie were out.
Tough.
That's been a bit.
And I remember it was on, and I was like, I don't know anyone.
Yeah,
I don't know who these people are.
they definitely remade their roster, but they're good when they're healthy.
Yeah, they're good now.
They're
PJ Washington's awesome. Daniel Gafford is doing cool stuff.
He had a big night the other night, but you got to have Lively.
Yeah.
Turns out if you're 20 years old and growing into your 7'1" body, you're going to get hurt a lot. He runs like a deer. And he's out.
Just looking like Grape Ape walking around.
It sucks.
Can we tank yet?
That's a foolish comment.
I saw someone
Luka,
bring up,
Kyrie, and Cooper Flag.
I saw someone bring up how mad Luka would be because he was so mad when we tanked
Yeah.
3 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it got him lively.
It did. It worked.
Got him
And
to
he
the
was
finals.
Still upset about it.
Yeah. Well, he's just a competitor.
Yeah.
Let's tell you about Ownwell. Ownwell.com/thedumbzone. They help you save on property taxes. In fact, right now, apparently property taxes due January 31st. So you still have time to go to ownwell.com/thedumbzone and put in your information. It takes like 3 minutes. And they save an average of $1,100. Actually, $1,148 per each customer.
You can tell they did the math.
You've saved money.
Oh, yeah.
I went there, actually, and they will tell you immediately if they can't. They're not going to waste your time. They're like, look, I think yours is right in line. We can't really do much for you. But if they can do something for you, if they save you a bunch of money, they will, of course, take a fee. But if they can't, if they don't save you any money, if they try to and don't, they will take nothing from you. It costs you nothing, and the fee they take is the lowest on the market. Generally, people will take 40, 50% of what you are able to get in return. They will take 25%, the lowest on the market. Thank you, Ownwell.
That's right. Ownwell.com/thedumbzone. They're even helped Blake save money on his phone bill.
Yeah. Phone, internet, they check it all. Once you're an Ownwell customer, you're in there.
Maybe they can get you a better Substack or Patreon deal. Who knows?
Sure.
Check it out at ownwell.com/thedumbzone.
I actually use Ownwell
Yeah.
property taxes.
Look at that.
Yeah. And they automatically.
What do you mean actually as if, like, oh, I can't even, like,
Yeah,
of course you
make
do.
it sound like it's a
There's a lot of
fly
who
by
doesn't know?
night.
It's a big reputable company, and
Yeah.
they do fine work. And I like they automatically just keep doing it for you.
Yeah.
And if they don't save you any money, because the second year they were just like, "Hey, we did it again."
Blake
was
gets
like, oh.
emails out of nowhere. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
forgot.
Auto appeal.
Wow.
Auto.
What an
appeal.
organic spot.
Yeah. Got a new haircut, little buddy?
I did.
Look
Oh,
sharp.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Does look sharp.
I'm trying to be like Jake.
Kind of odd, though,
I'm overdue.
when it's 20 degrees outside every day to get a haircut.
Why?
It just feels like,
Let
I
the
don't
winter
know.
coat grow in.
What are
You
you
wanna
gonna like?
let it grow
what are
out
you,
a little bit.
Bear? Like you have to go.
I don't know. So
Yeah.
today, it is Thursday. We got the big Thursday mailbag and all that stuff. But I don't know why we did this, but we dusted off an old video. The Emmitt Smith Celebrity Roast. It was actually called Shaq's All-Star Celebrity Roast in 2003. And this has some history with us in a way. Like when we worked at the Ticket, we used to do a week-long camp out every week, or a compound. And I think we were at the compound one year. And I told everybody, oh, man, I remember when I watched this Emmitt Smith Celebrity Roast. It's really great. Like Moose Johnston kind of, bombs, and there's a lot of really funny stuff in it. And so I bought the DVD online,
Yes.
put it in. We're all watching it. And so if you're holed up in a house with 10 different guys and you say, hey, I've got the thing we're going to watch tonight.
Risky.
Like it's better be good. Well, so we put this in. We fast forward to Moose Johnston, and it's edited to be nice to Moose Johnston, and it was not him bombing.
Ooh.
So it was me bombing with Gordo telling, his commentary on where's the funny part, and and I'm sitting there sweating.
That's brutal.
And all this kind of stuff. Well, somehow you found probably really easily with a search, you found the actual. Because I watched this live. It was a live, like a pay-per-view event
Really?
in 2003.
Let's bring back pay-per-view comedy
This is before roasts were
on Comedy Central.
kind of back.
Place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is the first time I ever saw Jeff Ross,
Ah.
who would become the Roastmaster General
Yeah.
and well known for his roasts. But this, like, I don't think anybody knew who Jeff Ross was, mainstream people, at this time. But he is great on this. Also, the stuff I want to play you, we will determine, could it fly today? Or maybe could it have flown 3 weeks ago? And now today, anything flies.
Yo, so a funny sidebar on that. At the boxing class this morning, right? The little workout suburban mom thing I do. A lady had her gloves
Is it mostly
like in
ladies?
the way. It's a lot on the ground. And a guy who needed to get by just kind of moved him out of the way with his feet. And somebody goes, like, laughing jokingly, was like, I guess chivalry's dead. And the guy who wears the Garth Brooks Central Park headset, who leads the crowd, was like, not anymore. Chivalry's back this week. And so what I'm doing is I'm looking out for these little signifiers in the culture of people, like, saying that, hey, things are different now. Catalog them on your own and let's talk. It's amazing that noted woman respecter and lover Donald Trump has ushered back in a new era of chivalry.
Okay.
And everyone was like, that's right, it is back.
Well, maybe this is
I was like, okay.
Maybe this fits your bit, because maybe we wouldn't have played this
Yeah. Maybe not.
last year. But it is just re-listening to or rewatching it is a bit jarring to me. Also, there's something I had misremembered, but here we are, and we're going to get everything right. So it's the Shaq All-Star Celebrity Roast of Emmitt Smith.
Okay.
Who I think was still a player, hadn't yet broken Walter Payton's record, I believe. He's still a player in the NFL.
I wonder what brought this about then.
I don't know.
Like, Brady was retired.
Oh, when he got roasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why this happened.
Yeah, why was Shaq involved?
Because he's Shaq. I don't know.
Shaq
No.
just
So
loves
there are.
putting on comedy shows.
Yeah.
There's like a million comedy shows. Shaq All Stars, like he's like, I think he wanted to be like his own Def Jam kind of thing
Okay.
for a while.
Interesting.
Jamie Foxx is the host. And here, let's just start with Moose Johnston, what I had remembered. This is what I had tried to present to my ticket buddies many years ago. This wasn't it, but this is it. It's Moose Johnston, and he's in a room full of comedians. But they bring up an athlete. You know, every other guy up on the stage, like they bring up a comedian, then athlete. Comedian, then athlete. Comedian, the athlete, when it's Michael Irvin, okay, it's okay. It's not terrible, but it's not comedian level.
Can I ask one other question? The way that this would work now is the non-comedians would have everything
Right.
written for
Oh,
them
yeah.
because it's such a popular thing now. It's going to be on Comedy Central. It's part of the culture. Back then, would, you know, Steve Berline have a writer?
I'm guessing that they don't. Well, you tell me after
Okay.
you watch Moose and tell me if he had a writer from Comedy Central helping
Chris Rock
him.
was his writer.
All right, I'll.
I say the
Love
same.
to see Daryl Johnston do Chris Rock written material.
What's the difference between?
All right, I'll fire this up, Rob. See if we can get this working.
You don't even know, right? Oh, yo. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy I've known for a long time.
Moose looks
Personal
great.
friend of mine. We hang out all the time. Give it up for Daryl Johnston.
Nice. Love the
Nice job as
graphic.
Willie Beeman in that movie on Any Given Sunday, Jamie. Jamie, you did a hell of a job portraying an NFL player in that movie. Thanks. Good job. Set the game back 15, 20 years.
Okay.
I'm not mad at it.
All right. Emmitt Smith. Sat down, tried to think of some things. It's very difficult to roast a guy like this. He's very clean. I know you've been pampered your whole career. The success is due to some incredible blocking up front. A very questionable work ethic from day to day. You know, I know these things, but the whole country doesn't need to know this. I can't talk about it during a game. It's unethical, it's petty. But then I thought, you know what? This isn't a game. So I first heard Emmitt Smith when I was in college. Cover story of the USA Today coming out of Escambia High School. I'm trying to do everything I can to just make my way through college football. Here's a
Can you
kid
pause
that's
it real quick?
18.
What's this like? Is
I think Shaq is just having a conversation
doing
with whoever's
Shaq?
next to him.
Yeah,
All their
Jack,
mics
a
are
lot
open.
of chatter.
okay? All right, that's
They're so bored with this. They're having
Yeah.
their own
Already,
conversation.
yeah. They're only 1 minute in.
As Shaq did say, get to the jokes after a couple jokes. Like, that's really
didn't
putting
hear that.
pressure on this non-comedian.
And he's on the cover of USA Today. Little did I know what would happen years down the road as our paths crossed. Now, my career in Dallas started off pretty good. Not bad, right, Coach? Started off some special teams worked my way into a blocking fullback role. The last 4 games of the year, I was the feature back. Go figure that, huh? Crazy. Feature back on a 1-15 team, but still, the feature back.
People want to laugh.
yeah.
People
that
don't
did better than I
understand, though. It
thought
was
it would.
1-15, but
I'm
there
not
were
mad
some
at that
close
one.
games.
Yeah.
Very, very difficult to lose games 45-3 in those last few minutes.
Okay.
Oh, Jamie.
Oh, Jamie's snoring now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let him go. I'm not a comedian. I'm not going to take shots. I'm just going to talk about Emmitt. I'll talk to Jamie afterwards behind closed doors. We'll get this whole thing straightened out.
Nice. A threat. I like
If
it.
you see him with a star on his forehead later tonight, you know we got everything settled.
Pretty good. Yeah, I punched you with
Held
a
up his
Super
ring.
Bowl ring.
That's a Super Bowl ring with a
Yeah.
star on it. You
This
see.
last month is Emmitt gets ready to break Walter Payton's record.
Purposeful middle finger there?
Felt like it.
The one game that everybody wants to talk about is the Giants game of 1994. We go into the playoffs. It was the last game of the year. Everything's on the line. If we lose the football game, we have to go on the road the next week as a wild card. If we win, we get home field. And we get a bye. And if you're a Cowboy fan, you remember the game. Emmitt Smith basically carries the team the whole afternoon.
Now they show Shaq. He has fallen asleep on someone else who has fallen asleep.
Brutal.
Moose is looking over at that.
It's,
Hey, I help you in the back.
yeah, you help me in the back. What you do, feed him with stuff?
No, I help
Oh, you
you.
gonna help me hit him?
I help you
All
beat him.
right. You hold him, I'll hit him.
Emmett's in a tough place here.
Congratulations. I just wish I could be there the day that you break the record. And it
You're
honestly
doing
was
great,
hard
pal.
to roast you because you are a quality person.
Thank you, man.
Oh.
So at the very least, Moose realized,
Graceful exit.
hey, this ain't going well, and he got out.
Yeah, but and when he was mapping it out in his head, how did he think it was gonna go? Like, there's probably not a lot of non-white or a lot of white non-comedians there to begin with, right? It's probably
I
just
wouldn't
Moose.
Yeah.
So he's going in, swimming upstream a little bit.
Yeah.
And
You
he's
talk
just-
about how you like big women. You know?
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Some-
You gotta have something.
Start dancing.
Yeah,
So
start dancing.
Survive. Survival instincts have to kick in.
That was brutal.
You start entertaining.
And it's great too because a guy like Moose probably doesn't get embarrassed like that often.
Oh, that sucks to be out of your element too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just telling like I felt like that was not a set. It was like a speech you'd give at like a dinner you were at.
Right.
Like
those
honoring
those
him, yeah.
laughs for that dinner, not bad.
Yeah. Like I had a couple punchlines in there.
Yeah.
You know?
right, that is actually funny for that dinner.
Yes.
But you were at a roast.
Oh no.
So let's go. The next guy up is, well, I think might have been somebody else in between, but Jeff Ross. So nobody knows who Jeff Ross is, really. The crowd, I would say 80% black.
Okay.
Like, it just feels like when they would pan to the crowd, or maybe it's just the shot. Anyway, it's you just need to kind of know that as well if you're just listening. This is the funniest performance of the night, and it's funny. There's also another funny performance I'm going to play for you in a minute because it's not funny, but this one is the funniest funny performance.
Without further ado, Jeff Ross.
Thanks, Fox.
Representing your people.
He's got hair.
How about a hand for your
Yeah.
host, Jamie Foxx, everybody?
He's not so fat.
Tons of hair.
Oh, wow.
Nice to see you back in men's clothes. I tried to look good for you. I got a haircut. Does this look bad? You can tell me. You know it's a bad haircut when halfway through the haircut, the guy just drops his scissors and he goes, fuck it. He goes, fuck this shit.
Good.
This is all right. Nice to see you, Emmitt. Good to see you, bud. Thanks for having me.
Do you think that's just like his regular
I was so
material
excited to
at
be
the time?
here,
Yeah.
to see Shaq and Emmitt and hang out with all these comedians. I feel like I died and went to Harlem. This ain't a roast, it's a barbecue.
That guy looks like Wayne Brady. I don't know if that's racist or not.
Cavassier.
It does look like Wayne Brady.
That does. I think.
That might be Wayne Brady, though.
I haven't seen this many black people in one place since Don King and Mike Tyson were handing out free turkeys.
Some of the niggas got mad.
They got everybody
Whoa.
but Slappy White, this motherfucker.
Oh, he's code switching now.
Yeah.
No, but this is great. It's really an honor to be here at the Wayne's Brothers family picnic. I'll keep it short because Moose Johnston did all my shit.
Okay. Nice. Good Scott.
Like Jamie said, R. Kelly wanted to be here, but he was arrested. That guy went from fucking young pussy to being young pussy.
Good pedophile prison rape joke. You don't get that combo very often.
If he had just worn a priest collar, he wouldn't have these problems today.
Sure.
Got him. No offense, Scott.
Oh, we have a
But
because
Emmitt,
the
you
white
know,
lady
I'm
in
here
the
for
crowd.
Thank you.
basically two
Thank you for
reasons.
saying that.
First reason is I'm a big fan of yours. Second reason is Shaq sent me a beautiful letter saying he wanted me to come and it was for charity. And I knew it was really from Shaq because it was signed S-H-A-C-K. Shaq, man, you look good. You look good. Congratulations. Your knuckles look scraped. Did you walk here?
Oh my god. Jack loves it.
Come on. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying Shaq looks like a gorilla, but I saw him trying to peel a microphone. Is he laughing? Poor Shaq. He took me to see Siegfried and Roy last night. Halfway through, the white tiger started barking at him. And I know, Shaq, I know you're world champion. I know you're world champion. But you're so big and clumsy. Watching you play basketball is like watching a retard fuck.
That's pretty straightforward. Hey, Cuban.
Come on, Shaq. Shaq, you take more bad shots than Jason Williams.
Oh, Jason Williams, who
Is he
killed
here?
his limo driver, right?
I don't remember that.
Basketball player.
No, I'm teasing you, Shaq. You know that. You were great in the Green Mile. No, come
He
on,
said
man.
Green Mile.
Shaq, even you gotta admit your movies are bad, man. Look at me, all right? Stop making movies. Now memorize that and repeat it to Rick Fox. Is he here? Then fuck him. But Shaq, you know, stick to basketball. That's your thing, you know? This year the Lakers swept the Nets like Joe Torre's gonna sweep this place up after we leave.
Damn.
There's a hot crowd, Jamie. You warmed them up, baby.
Hey, baby, I'm with you. Fuck you.
Nate Newton wanted to be here, but he had trouble stuffing his weed into the overhead compartment.
Got him. This must have been right there.
Topical. Yeah.
Jerry Jones wanted to be here, but he had anything better to do. And Troy Aikman wanted to be here, but he got a concussion opening the invitation.
Holy shit! Yeah. Whoa.
Emmitt won't laugh at
Emmitt
that.
not approving.
Like I am concerned for my friends.
This is a cool day, and so you got Jimmy Johnson. How about a hand for one of the best coaches here tonight?
One of the best coaches here tonight.
Jimmy, the Dolphins called. They want their deposit back. This is all right. But the real man of the honor tonight is living legend Emmitt Smith, if I can get serious for a second. But Monique's right. Don't you have a manager or agent to tell you about these commercials? You're a future Hall of Famer. You're doing commercials with an out-of-work puppet? What, they couldn't get the robot from Lost in Space?
He was doing Alf commercials?
They couldn't get
Oh
the
wow,
parrot
gotta
from
see
Beretta?
that.
But you know, we all can come up to the microphone and make fun, but the truth is every comic up here dreamed of one day being a Dallas Cowboy. And the only one who even came close was Monique. Oh, come on, Monique knows she's a big girl.
Don't get your ass kicked in here now, Jeff.
You know, Monique was married to Calvin Watkins. Dallas
Cowboys
Morning News.
What?
Cowboys beat reporter.
Beat writer.
Wow.
Did you guys
Yeah.
know that?
No.
I did not know that.
Media guys used to get pussy. It was a different time.
Different age.
Yeah. You writing about the Cowboys?
Oh, come on, Monique knows she's a big girl.
Don't get your ass kicked in here now, Jeff. No, that shit is cute. Keep it over there now. Don't get fucked up. At the roast barbecue, whatever the fuck you call it. If I get up.
Shaq, don't do that. I heard Shaq's penis is so big right now it's being roasted at Caesar's Palace. Emmitt, years ago, I saw you play at the Super Bowl in Atlanta, and I was always rooting for Buffalo because they had lost a few in a row, and I always root for the underdog. But your family was sitting in the box right next to mine, and they were throwing out so much love and cheering you on so hard. And I started cheering for you, and I've been cheering for you ever since. Much love, Emmitt Smith. God bless you.
They're still laughing about Shaq's penis.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Could that be done today? Of course it could.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one joke that couldn't, but
Which one?
do you remember the one?
I actually don't know.
The whole punchline was like watching a retard fuck.
Oh, yeah. That's tough.
That's kind of out.
Wasn't that in a movie?
What sort of movies are you watching?
yeah, jeez.
Wasn't that? Yeah.
Is that even a tab? You
Probably been in a lot of movies.
Is that a Pornhub search?
Ever since Pornhub got banned in Texas.
Yeah.
I'll take what I can get.
I've been going to some corners of the web I'm not proud of. All right.
I'm empowering them.
It's like when the NFL was on strike and we were all watching CFL and
Yeah.
just telling ourselves it was all
They're
right.
putting
I think it
out
was on
content.
Rescue Me.
Okay.
Blame rescue.
Now that
I remember that.
Jeff Ross was arguably the funniest part of this, but this is also really funny. So this comedian is named Doug Williams,
Not Super Bowl quarterback Doug Williams.
not the Super Bowl quarterback, but he's a comedian. So that's the thing about this. You got your comedians, and then the sports guy comes up. It's like, oh, okay, maybe they're not going to be as funny. That's why we got the comedians.
I watch this clip once a year.
So you're very familiar with this.
This is one of my favorite comedy moments.
You know this?
Of all, just Jamie
Scott?
Foxx.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just, yeah.
So in the stand-up,
Incredible.
you guys are both stand-up comedians. In the stand-up world, this is well known.
It's very famous.
If
yeah,
you
among
get
comedians.
if you get booked for a job, you should prepare for that job.
yeah,
Mm.
and
Doug Williams came in not ready.
yeah, it was like we learned from the Doug Williams thing. Like Jamie Foxx was being really tame, heckling Daryl Johnston. He was actually like taking it easy,
Yeah.
because he wasn't a comic. With Doug Williams, we see
Fair play.
Jamie Foxx with the gloves off.
Okay. Here he is.
Thank you.
Oh,
He is
so
right.
brutal.
Nobody knows me, and I'm the only broke motherfucker on this panel. Everybody else came here to roast Emmitt Smith. I came to this motherfucker for a deal. That's what I'm looking for. I'd like to thank Shaq. Well, actually, Shaq didn't invite me. I snuck in this motherfucker and just blended in with everybody. Shaq, give it up for Shaq. You got to give it up for him. Give it up for him.
Timeout.
Did you believe?
Yeah, it's not going well early.
Yeah, I was gonna say already.
not a
I'm
good
like, you sure this guy does stand up? He's just kind of.
I snuck in here joke clearly had a lapse where he was like, oh wait, I wrote that snuck in here joke. Let me tell that real quick.
yeah.
Kind of
I love that. Oh wait, yeah.
Did you believe, as big as he is, this motherfucker complained all year about his toe? And I can't believe somebody 7'1"
Because he's big and toes are little.
Yeah. Toe.
Y'all get it.
He's like, that's not funny.
All that money this nigga's making, he complaining about a toe. You could cut my foot off and I'd still run up and down the damn court for the kind of money they pay Shaq.
For the kind of money they pay.
And I know how you hurt your toe, Shaq. Big ass Shaq is driving a little bitty Ferrari. Can you believe this big nigga can fit into a little bitty Ferrari?
We're gonna do a lot of big
Nigga,
and little
that's how you
things.
hurt your toe trying to get in
It's
that
a theme.
Ferrari. Get you a real car.
Oh. Here comes Jamie.
Jamie now overlapping.
I thought that was funny. Go ahead.
Not a great
And
response.
Jamie, get you a real car. And Jamie, we happy for you. You done been in what, 2 hit movies? Y'all get up. You been in 2 hit movies. We happy. Because you got off to a slow start, nigga.
Ooh. You're gonna go at
Nobody
Jamie now.
here saw Held Up or Bait. Did anybody here see Held Up or Bait? Nigga, thank God you got in that lead. Nigga, thank God you got in that lead.
Thank God I got it, Ali.
All right. And what's up, Monique? Uh-oh. They was talking about big women. I love big women, baby.
You, baby.
You got to
I
do
love
it.
Big women. I love you.
He's in
because you are
pander
proud
mode.
of the fact that you big.
You better know it.
I'm tired of all these skinny bitches who won't admit that big women look good.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I hate big women that try to hide the
Okay, so what's his move here? Because now we know he's in.
Get Monique
Like Jamie
on side.
Foxx is making fun of me.
He's rattled and he's contractually obligated to do a period of time.
Yeah.
So he's
Inside.
going, oh shit.
So like you said, now he's trying to pander a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of roasting everybody
Yeah.
along the
He
line.
hadn't told a joke in a minute.
Yeah.
And he
Let's
looked
go
over
and just
at
say
Monique
some nice
and just
things.
goes, love big women.
Yeah,
God,
yeah, and you could
big
tell
and beautiful, right?
You could tell it was just kind of spur of the moment because as he's setting up the punchline, it appears the punchline is sometimes littler women don't admit that big women look good,
Yeah.
which is not a
Ran out of
punchline.
room.
He took a 90 seconds out of the set just to say a nice thing.
You know, well, he's trying to gather allies here.
Yeah,
I need to get
That's a-
people on my side.
And
Right.
I mean, because within 1 minute,
it's bad.
he is
The
he's
main
got
guy.
he's got the host making fun of him.
I don't
Audibly. Like it's one thing if you're making fun of the non-comedian
Yes.
football player.
Jamie Foxx was an accomplished musician, had a hit TV show, and was a very successful stand-up comedian prior to the movie career. And to go at him like, this guy's a loser.
Yeah.
Well, and even
And the entire everyone in the room's like, Jamie kind of rules.
Yeah,
it's
he's
clearly like
the
right
funniest
after-
guy here so far.
It's like right after Any Given Sunday, and he's done Ali. He's like already a movie star. Like it's not even.
Yeah, he's like, well, you're lucky you finally became a movie star.
You're lucky.
Well, yeah, it usually takes a couple films.
Well, I'm looking at the time. I got the times marked. How is he going to get through 3 more minutes?
Oh,
Poorly.
I hate big women that try to hide the fact that they're big. They always say, I'm just big boned. Nah, bitch, you got regular bones with big ass meat wrapped around them. That's why I love you.
Oh no.
Big boneless. Ba-dum-bum.
And Mike, where the hoes at, man? Where the hoes at? I came here to get some on this
Michael Irvin.
hoes, man. You ain't got no hoes? No cocaine? Nigga, no wonder this party is so dead. We want you to liven this shit up.
Is he right now? We're here for Emmitt Smith. Do you have any jokes for him tonight?
John Tory got everybody out of the way, and I did too. I want to say this to Emmitt Smith, man.
I'm your conscience.
It is a pleasure.
Man, it sure did get hot in here. Am I fucking up right now? I'm your conscience. I really don't need to be up here right now. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
These brothers
My
start
balls
making money,
itch.
you can't tell them shit.
I'm your conscience.
All right.
I wish I was in a movie with Jamie.
You
Maybe
right
we could
about
do
that.
48 hours.
You are right about that.
72 hours.
In fact,
I don't know.
In fact, nigga, I need a cosigner. Can you cosign on the car for me?
I just did another joke that didn't go over. I'm your conscience. Maybe I should say something nice about Emmitt and wrap it up.
Oh my God.
Or maybe I should talk about how black people have to struggle. Yeah, that'll get them on my side.
Thank you very much, Jamie Foxx. Thank you. I needed the help. I
just
appreciate it.
I'm not
Been
Jamie
beaten.
Foxx.
Anyway,
I'm your
Emmitt.
conscience.
God.
Anyway,
The girls are looking at me like, who is this motherfucker? You'll never get a deal. I'm your conscience.
anyway, I'm gonna say this in between.
Anyway, I'm gonna say this.
Now we're being petty.
Hey, it's a pleasure watching
Hey,
you
it's a
play,
pleasure
man.
watching you.
I hope you break the record
hope
this
you go-
season. Thank y'all very much
Thank y'all
for
very
having
much.
me. I'm out of here.
All right, now, I love y'all.
Oh my God.
Does he do the handshake? Oh,
It's so mean.
just watching a guy beat up your dad and shaking his head.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Brutal. That's tough.
Doug Christie.
Doug Christie.
Doug Christie.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Then he looked mad when he called him the wrong name.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
He is currently like a cruise ship comic.
Oh really?
Yeah, Doug Williams still out there doing it on
Boy, that's like
high seas.
who was the guy in Jerry Seinfeld comedian?
Orny Adams.
Oh, yeah.
He's a cruise ship guy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know he did. Orny still plays some. Like, he's doing pretty good. He's just a crazy guy.
Yeah.
I think that documentary made him look much crazier than he really is. But he's still a kind of crazy guy.
I'm surprised Jackie doesn't hit the international waters.
Jackie Martling?
Yeah.
Jackie,
He might.
the Joke Man Martley.
We developed a very weird friendship with Jackie Martling.
Really?
He would text Blake every day.
Would he text
A
you
joke?
jokes?
Yeah.
He would text me jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had him on a lot.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I haven't thought of Jackie the Joke Man Martling.
What kind of jokes would he text
Since-
you?
Like, how many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman?
How many?
None.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like the famine.
Nice.
It's
Nice.
famine.
Yeah.
As a famine.
That's a lighthearted take on famine. I'm here for it.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
But
poor
doesn't
Doug
he
Williams.
does scan as that type of guy. Like, dude, this, I didn't really know that. Like, I thought there was just themed cruises, but you can just be a guy who works a general cruise.
Yeah, there's like every cruise line, because they all have like an adults club or like a thing, and so it's like good money if you're if it's not panning out, or you don't have like two comedians that haven't made it pan out saying this.
Would you be
Give me-
upset if you were a cruise comic?
Uh,
It's kind of, I've always thought this about like the band at the
if you love doing
the
it,
Holiday
and
Inn
it
or
pays
whatever,
your
you know,
bills, whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it, I don't think, just for the show. The cruise shows seem a little like Vegas shows, like a little wild, and people are like, I guess we'll do this. 'Cause it's a thing we can do. So they're like not
You're captive.
as into it.
Yeah.
But it could be worse too. I think like it's nice to have all those gigs on all those days. And it's cool to cruise around on a ship for a while.
I would think cruising around on a ship is one of the allures.
Yep.
Sure.
Of cruises.
Should we? I've thought about should we do like the Dude Perfect cruise and broadcast from it?
What?
Dude,
yeah.
that'd be perfect.
There's a Dude Perfect cruise?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they still do it, but they definitely did it for a couple of years.
Or let's do like the.
No, don't say what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say the like the Cowboys alumni crew. You know how they
Okay.
have those things. What were you thinking?
Impractical Jokers.
Oh no, I don't want. I won't do that one.
Come on now.
He'll do that.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Impractical Jokers?
It's funny.
I'm not a big fan of
Look,
the show.
I can't stand
I
it.
can't deny that they have some funny bits on there sometimes. I didn't want to like it, like when I first heard
Well,
of it.
thanks
and
to
hadn't
Scott for
actually
coming
watched
today. You need to read the room, Scott. Actually,
I
no, you
hate
got
them.
that's your guy right there.
You know what? I hate them
Oh, there you go.
passionately. Those guys.
I also
what
love
they're doing
big
to
women
comedy.
and
Yeah,
Impractical
okay.
Jokers.
Hey, how about big women?
Yeah.
You know what I don't like?
Yeah.
When little women act like big women aren't sexy. That's what I.
You go, Scott.
I think it's all
Saved
got to
it.
be staged now, right? Like it's like Jackass when they.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
You know what we should promote?
What's that?
Like today's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Are we not doing a show next Thursday?
Unless we're not doing a show next Tuesday.
Because we are doing a show Wednesday.
We are.
That's what we should promote.
We will be
Here's
at...
Blake.
Okay.
So come see Dan and Jake broadcast at the new Rivian showroom while I will be driving around that sick Rivian truck around downtown Dallas.
Wow.
Because they're letting you drive those suckers.
They're nice.
What is Rivian?
It's the new electric vehicle. They got a couple showrooms. I know one in L.A., one in Austin, and they're opening up one in Dallas, and we are their grand opening next Wednesday from noon to 3.
So we were like, look, we don't broadcast on Wednesday. And they said, well, yeah, you do.
Yeah, and then we said,
Yeah.
okay, we do.
Yeah.
We're paying for this remote. And
Basically.
so, yeah, we were like, oh, okay. So 3010 Knox Street.
Just look it up on your phone.
Oh, gosh, damn it. All right.
Just look it up on your phone. Like it's on the screen. Just look it up.
All right.
Yeah, speaking of
75.
Wednesday, we didn't
We're
have
listening.
we had a lot of business to do yesterday, and Dan has not brought up the egg bites yet, and I appreciate that. We had a situation at a Starbucks.
What, the free food you got?
Yeah. We were in a Starbucks at the base of an office building because then we had to go up to the office building and talk about accounting. But when we were in the meeting downstairs, Dan ordered a little bit of food. The guy we were meeting with, he did not order food, but they handed him food with his drink. And the guy's like, this is not my food. He looked at it, and the name, I think, said Matthew. So he tells the lady, hey, this is not mine. It says Matthew. My name is such and such. So she says, is there a Matthew here who has, food? And the guy stood up and said, I'm Matthew, but I got my food like 10 minutes ago. I already ate it. So now there's just some egg bites. And there's probably 10 guys working in the coffee shop. And the lady's like, have these egg bites.
Going once.
And I said, we're all looking at each other. And I, in my mind and heart, I'm like, I got to get that food. I don't throw anything. I'm a big leftovers guy. So I was like, are you just going to throw it away? And she said, yes. So I sheepishly was like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
The thing is, I wasn't hungry at all.
No, you just threw it in your bag. Did you eat it?
I
Like later?
have it here with me today in a Tupperware with some tamales, and I was going to crush them up and eat it on there. Dan learned what a tamale is like 2 weeks ago.
Big fan.
Oh,
He's
wow.
lived here for
Oh, wow.
25
Yeah.
years.
Oh,
Big
they're
day.
the best.
Yeah.
To see.
Just
Never
found
came
out.
across 'em?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we have a sponsor coming on, Tamale Dave, and yeah, he brought me a bunch of tamales, and
He's like, you guys know about this?
so I didn't know how to cook them,
It
and
was mind blowing.
yeah, it was
I wonder
great.
if he knows
Yeah,
Tommy
they're the
tamale.
best.
I've been eating nothing but tamales for the past
Comedy
couple-
tamale?
It's one of my.
Tamales.
Oh, Tommy Tamales. Yeah, that's down the street from me.
Yeah.
So that's where I get. That's where I've been getting mine. But anyways,
We got the station during the just like Christmas time.
oh, nice.
People just walk around.
Oh, yeah.
Oak Cliff with sacks of tamales, and they're just like, "Don't want some?"
Yeah.
If they see a fire station, like they'll get some, and we usually do. So
But then we had a meeting with the accountant, and I could like smell them. Just like having egg bites in my bag.
Oh,
like,
that
in
bothered
this
you?
Big conference table, and it's. But I appreciate you not bringing that up.
Well, that was a lot of restraint to not eat them at the accountant meeting.
Like you with the apple with our program director that one time.
Look, I sometimes you eat an apple, and I didn't realize until very recently that it really bothers everybody around me.
And then my
time I
one
eat an
question that I wanted to make sure I get in for Jimmy is when I was in the drinking days, and
Okay.
I was sick a lot too. That'll happen. Sounds like Scott might know something about that.
Yeah, I know
There's a
that
connection?
Yeah, for sure. Your immune system is shot.
Mm.
And I a couple times got a mobile IV, and it was a firefighter who did it. Like,
Yeah.
do you know guys who do that?
oh yeah,
Seems
it's
lucrative.
a side gig. A lot of people do.
Yeah, the guy was
Oh, yeah.
single, like so he
Yeah.
was just like, yeah, it's just like Uber on my off days. I check the schedule and
You just pick up shifts.
yeah,
A couple firemen that like run them.
really.
There's like that. A lot of fencing. A lot of
I
lawn
see
work,
like moving companies.
moving. There's a lot of movers.
Okay.
Yeah, I quit before they had this service, and I was really bitter. I went to a bachelor party, and they had the guy come and give them IVs the morning after, and I was like, oh, we're fancy now. We
Yeah.
just drink more to feel better.
It is insane how well it works.
Yeah,
Insane.
see it.
And also not cheap. So
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you'd ever thought about that. But you're probably busy with your other side gig,
Yes.
comedy.
I'm busy not making money doing comedy to think about having side gigs.
Maybe you could give people IVs at the shows.
That would be a nice touch.
Oh yeah.
Combine them.
Just
Okay.
tell dick jokes while starting an IV on a lady.
You want to do a little today in Twitter?
Yeah, sure. I guess you're saying that you do.
Yeah, I do.
The Dumb Zone presents Today in Twitter.
So I have a couple of them for you here today. The first one is a video from the Liberty Ball the other night, which was a concert for Donald Trump and friends. And one of the performers there was
Did you go there, Rob? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
one of the performers there was Billy Ray Cyrus. And Billy Ray Cyrus is apparently not doing all that well. I know that he's not in that close of contact with Miley, for example.
Mm.
And
Sad.
the last time I saw him, he was doing he did an actual feature / cover with Lil Nas X of Old Town Road. He's gonna try some of that here. This video is 12 minutes long, so obviously we're not gonna play all of it. But I just want Rob to start it, and we can just skip ahead and just say, "How's Billy Ray doing now?"
Okay.
Because he's got technical difficulties. He's got that looked like a.
Oh, it's a video.
Yeah, there's a video back there.
Mama.
Very confusing video. And he's on stage. Now he's going to start.
Boy, he looks way different.
He looks like Rob Zombie's brother.
Rob Zombie's dressed up like Steven Tyler.
Yeah.
Straight laced.
His scarves are a dead Tyler giveaway.
Oh no.
He's singing, but not into a microphone.
doesn't
He's
seem
sort of
like-
just.
Oh, no.
Did he walk to the wrong mic?
He did walk to the wrong mic. Now he's just sort of gesturing towards the crowd. Now he's at a mic. He seems to be saying his guitar's off. His hands are shaking.
Oh no.
But you can't hear him.
You can't hear him at all. He's mad about something. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Just
Okay, we can kind of hear something.
he's just mumbling. There's a creepy video playing behind him.
That's a speeding bullet with grease on it. With grease on it. Hair grease.
What's that?
Chris Rock?
Yeah, apparently
Look at
it's
him.
a video playing behind him.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
What is the? So this is at the Trump party.
Yeah.
I think y'all was just getting warmed up.
There you go. He's gonna try Old Town Road now. Here we go.
It's me, Stone Cold Billy Ray.
We need some more of that later, by the way.
If you're Lil Nas X, are you like, what do you mean? You're going to jump onto my bit now?
Oh, that's him whistling.
Yeah.
Let me.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Gonna take my horse.
This might have been big
Old
like
Town
8
Road.
years ago.
But even if it.
I'm gonna take my.
Now we're going to move the mic around the stage. All right, left side, right side.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna.
So
Oh, they're getting into it, all 12 of them.
Carrie Underwood, you were amazing today. They
his
had
wheels are
technical
off.
difficulties too.
has a lot of
And in
hair though.
life,
Yeah, it was.
When you have technical difficulties,
Preach,
you
brother.
just gotta keep going.
That's the message.
Yep. Wow, thank you, Billy.
Understand? And if you tell my heart, my achy breaky heart,
Oh no.
he might blow up and kill us, man.
No band, no guitar, just kind of going a cappella.
All right, he hit that a lot better than I was expecting.
Fair
He
point.
knew it was coming and he geared up for it.
Why is
Yeah,
there
I don't even know.
Is there no band?
They're not playing now. We can cut. I mean, yeah, he just kind of walks off the stage.
Very confusing.
Yeah, that happened.
All right.
And then I guess they have Miley has a brother. He put out like an Instagram post like, "Hey, pops, we're worried about you."
Isn't he like
Can
the
you-
Falling in Reverse singer?
What is that?
In some like screamo band.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Were you a screamo guy?
I like some of it, yes.
Every Time I Die?
Oh yeah.
Man.
Sad they broke up.
Sad they broke. It was a messy thing.
Yeah.
Really messy. The lady that cuts my hair has an Every Time I Die tattoo, and that's when I knew this is gonna work.
Yeah, come to me.
My other today in Twitter. Do you guys know who Brian Johnson is? Not the musician.
No.
He's the guy who's
Not the
trying to
new
age
head coach.
himself backwards.
Oh,
That
yeah, okay. I've heard of
documentary
him.
Yeah.
was great.
You watched it?
Yes.
I have not watched the documentary. I've read quite a bit about him. But yeah, you could tell,
started
Dan.
just being like, this guy's a fucking creep. And in the last 15 minutes of the documentary, you're like, I'm on Brian's side.
Yeah. So he's a 47-year-old dude. He's a CEO, founder type, and his whole bit is with his fortune. He's trying to age himself backwards, and it's working.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm very interested.
You don't want this,
Something I've
dude.
been working on.
No. You can't. You don't understand. He's spending millions of dollars, and all he does is live to age backwards, basically.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything other than all of his time is spent slowing down aging and reversing it. He doesn't work.
Oh,
seemingly.
he started a cult, though.
He did start a cult,
that
as
takes
one
a lot
might
of time.
expect. And
So he
it's,
might end up living an extra 10 years, but in that 10 years, all he was doing was
that's what it
efforting
seems
to
like.
live 10 years.
Yeah, like whether it's food, whether it's supplements, whether it's light, workouts, and he looks way young.
Okay.
So he's 47, and he has a 19-year-old or 18, 19, 20-year-old son.
Oh, I thought you were going to say girlfriend.
No, he's divorced and has a son. I don't know what his girlfriend situation is, but like
It's not good.
it really
It's covered in the documentary. Not good.
not good.
YMH covered him too because she sued him. He dated a lady and she got like breast cancer. And after that, he was like, she became a net negative in my life.
Yeah.
That sounds like Dan.
Like, why did I hook up with her? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of her jugs.
So the other thing is, do they touch on like he's really into his boner?
There's not a lot of boner talk.
He's really into like that's part of measuring like
Yeah.
your virility, I guess. Yeah, this is
Oh, like waking up with one?
yeah. So he will post on social media like his statistics of like here's how I'm doing today. Here's how the numbers check out that show that like my actual age is 22.
A little chart of his dick getting hard throughout the night.
Put up the tweet that he had yesterday.
Oh, I saw this. Oh, is this about
Yeah, this is from Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
Nighttime erection data from my 19-year-old son, and he tags him, and me. His duration is 2 minutes longer than mine. Raise children to stand tall, be firm, and upright. So he's got
good joke.
a measurement here. Each of them, I guess, are 22 because his son's so tested up that he's, scaling up.
So is there some kind of a
sensor?
Yeah, something.
I looked
monitoring?
at the comments for a lot of people.
You just put your Apple Watch on your wiener?
Asking, how's it measured? And
There's a base level girth required to use the tool.
Yeah. So he measured the number of erection episodes, the total duration of those erection episodes, 182 minutes for one of them, 184. There's no way I thought I was hard half the time I was asleep. That's 3 hours.
That is one of the funnier things about the fire department.
Go on.
It's 10 guys trying to sleep, and you randomly wake them up to go do a thing, and it can be a very serious thing, but statistically speaking, 6 of them will have hard-ons. You just don't be a cock watcher. You don't talk about it. If a guy's kind of, leaning forward a little bit, running to the engine, you just ignore it. About being team players.
I never thought of that either.
Yeah, if you see a fire engine rolling down the street at night, and it kind of they vibrate, their suspension's bad. So you're like, by the time I have to talk to a patient, this thing will have gone down. And then you're in a warm area, just shaking. It's like, Jesus Christ. I'm getting no favors. Gotta go do CPR on an old guy. And enough about wieners.
But no, it's funny though. This guy's probably sleeping for 9 hours.
Does that make you get erect again after giving
The hard-
CPR to the old guy?
Only if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
okay. Yeah.
What an altruistic reason to get a hard on.
Yeah, that's right.
Hell yeah.
But
that's why Superman gets hard ons.
So great.
Only when he's
saving
sick.
people left and right. But 3 hours per night, yeah, I don't know. And then the fact that it's his son, and he's like, compare boners.
he has a strange relationship with his son.
Yeah.
You
The
start a
entire
tweet.
time, you're like, are y'all gonna kiss? What's going on?
Yeah.
But it turns out he was Mormon. And so when he divorced his first wife, he was excommunicated. So his wife and his other 2 kids refused to have contact with him because of the church.
Okay.
And that's been for years now. So it's kind of added a wrinkle to his story. That was
So this other son is just like, hey, I'm gonna love him. I'm gonna love him up.
Yeah.
And we're gonna compare boners.
me and Dad doing push-ups and talking
And that
cocks.
was today in Twitter.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Today's news is not only featuring Jake, but it's brought to you by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp. You know why I like BetterHelp is I'm currently dealing with this situation right now where you're trying to schedule an appointment with your therapist. It can be impossible. It can be very, very difficult to do. BetterHelp can hook you up on that front because scheduling is very easy. You do it online at betterhelp.com/dumbzone and get on your way to being your best self. Sometimes you just need a little something, somebody to talk to. Your partner's eating an apple aggressively. Every time you try to talk to him.
Now, you're more therapy guy.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I understand, it's sometimes difficult, to get out of you don't match with someone really well
Very
doing
common.
the therapy. But so with BetterHelp, that's not a big deal. If you need to
Move
switch-
on.
Yeah.
Fully online, affordable, convenient. So discover your relationship with the better you with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/dumbzone today. You'll get 10% off your first month. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/dumbzone. We'll start with a little bit of local news. This is an interesting one. So we do have an image here for this one. It took place in Carrollton, Saturday night, January 18th, and there was a video that was posted on Nextdoor, the app.
Oh, is this the devil guy?
Yeah.
Creepy.
Oh my God, yeah, that's so scary.
Yeah. So there was a video captured of a guy on this family's front porch. He was also in the back of their house, standing in front of a driveway, and they posted these images to social media. And it's just a guy wearing a satanic mask, and he is holding a sign that says Revelations 20 verses 1 through 15. You can see it there. He's got what do they call that? It comes up a lot in 4chan stuff, when I'm reading about adrenochrome and stuff.
What are you talking about? The horns?
Yeah. What's that called?
I don't know.
The Satan bull thing.
Let's see what
Neither the
21 through 15 are.
Yeah, it's Pygmus demon.
So is this guy just walking around door to door, or is this
It's
he
in
went to
time
this
stuff.
one house?
That's what's weird about it is that this is the only one that was posted. No one else reported seeing the masked figure, but it's the verse is about the defeat of Satan and the final judge of humanity.
It's not that threatening.
Well, it seems good then.
Yeah, this is a good omen.
And he's self-deprecating because he's wanting to be defeated.
This is a kink thing.
He's asking for help. He's like, I'm about to get washed.
I'm about to get beat up by God and Earth. The homeowners filed a report with the police in Carrollton.
What are they saying to that?
Well, this is interesting. So the police said the stranger couldn't be considered a trespasser, but promised to monitor the situation. To be trespassing, you have to cross a physical barrier like a fence.
So your doorbell camera, that'll alert you, right?
Yeah.
Or it records it and all that. That's how you get. That's how they knew.
Yeah.
Because who's like watching all their footage from overnight?
No, I think it's the image, and it says like dog, car, Satan, in like a little box, and it reports it to you. But I don't know.
That's one of those like I have a gun at the house.
Yeah.
And I shoot a couple times a year. I like hunting, but I'm not a huge gun guy really. And then you're like, I have it, but I don't have the Jason Bourne fantasy of like people breaking into the house. And then you look at your Ring camera one night in bed, and it's a guy in a Satan mask at your front door.
Yeah,
and you're like,
well, this feels like
holy shit, this is what we trained for, guys.
Right.
kind of fell in my lap a little bit.
I have to get rid of this boner and kill Satan.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you think about castle doctrine and that sort of thing. Like the guys, I feel like this is one where if they
That's a tough one in Texas.
if the guy would have just blasted him, I think even me, like far lefty me, would have been like, you kind of
dressing up as Satan on someone's property.
You're victim blaming by asking what she was wearing.
Well, yeah, and like to Scott's point, I feel like if you shot someone, I would be like, it's not like they were dressed like Satan,
right?
You know, you didn't have to shoot him. This guy was like,
It's
he
not
actually
like they were vaguely menacing you.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Like, what's your end game here?
You remember when people started dressing as clowns?
Fucking mass hysteria. You know the only reason that went away? COVID.
That's what killed it?
Is that around
Sweet
it?
lady COVID.
Is that why it?
I don't remember, but people were getting
talks
really
about the positives of COVID enough.
You're in the right place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember how the clown thing went away, but it was some people
started
got beat
attacking
up.
them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the answer. Violence.
So if you see a clown out there, folks, you attack it.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, whomp them in the legs.
Do you guys know about
Right.
the kindness robot that tried to travel across North America?
Made it to Philly.
Yeah.
Got destroyed.
It got beheaded.
Immediately.
It made it all the way across Canada hitchhiking. And, like the developers were like studying human relations and how did different cultures interact with strangers, and people would take pictures with it. And I think it made it across like Australia, Canada. It's like in British Columbia on like a boat taking pictures. It got to America, got to Philadelphia, and was beheaded the next day and just bashed to fuck. Like ruined.
What a great.
It's just amazing.
That's how far it made it from the coast.
Yeah.
It was supposed to go to California.
Fuck yeah. I love that.
Yeah. And then
Beheaded.
my oh shoot, I forgot to upload one photo. I'm gonna whip Rob's ass about this. Actually, let's just go with what we got. You guys know it's snowing down at the Gulf, or it was.
Yeah, they got like 9 inches in like Jacksonville.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is great news.
The Gulf of America?
Gulf of
the
America.
Gulf of America.
Yeah.
Has that happened yet?
It happened in all our
Perhaps it's one of the executive orders.
Okay.
But executive orders don't really, right? It's like a thing, like a memo.
Yeah, I mean, I know Jenna Ryan got her record cleared for
Oh,
breaking
good for
into
her.
the Capitol, but other than that, we had the Capitol.
Well, pardoning is a
rider on
different
our
thing.
show twice.
A
really?
pardon is
Yeah.
a real thing.
Okay,
but an executive order, I think, is just kind of a real strong
agree.
suggestion.
Yeah.
I think, but
Yeah.
actually, I
That
don't.
is right.
I don't.
Rob was there.
Do you
he
know?
knows. Yeah.
Oh.
You know. So this is good for the news, right? Because what you have are a lot of people who have never seen snow. And I was talking to my wife about this from this morning from New Orleans. Her family lives.
Oh,
in,
send your pictures.
Send your pictures, and also just people outside dicking around in the snow. Like, for example, her sisters, her half-sisters who are early, mid-20s, I don't think they'd ever seen snow before. And most people down there, like, it's not like the Lafayette area, Acadiana, it's not real wealthy, and they're not in driving range to mountains. So unless you're flying to go skiing, which is a pretty serious uppity thing, you're talking about a lot of people who have never seen snow. There's, like, snowball fights on Bourbon Street. Just people who have never seen snow.
That was weird.
It's super
Seeing
weird.
Bourbon Street
Bourbon
under
Street
snow.
covered in snow. So
It's supposed to be covered in vomit.
yeah, right.
Natural state.
Or blood a couple weeks ago, right?
That
Oh,
one went
yeah.
right in front of me, and I said, I'm not going to do it. And then I looked over and saw you talking.
Getting all happy?
That's why we're, yeah.
Can I talk about the guy that ran into the car?
Finally.
So we'll start with
Been waiting for that shot.
the news reporter who's getting mad at the drivers in the snow. He's doing like a live. He's doing a stand-up. And people start doing donuts. He gets all pissed off. And then he does like a really weird, as we said before, code switch.
Clearly a creative person.
Oh, wait. This is,
Clearly a
yeah. We'll do this one first then. This is from Galveston, I think.
clearly a creative person.
This is a snowman that was being built. And there's a reporter in the front yard. And they're like, oh, let's check out your snowman. The snowman.
I was a murderer and I used registered dye.
So, yeah, there's a knife stuck in the middle of the snowman with.
Blood everywhere.
This is what the front door did.
And the news is like, yeah, let me go put this on live TV.
But it's funny, right?
Yeah, it's funny.
He's really into sports and stuff. Like, not
Yes, yes.
like that or what?
I'm really into knights and swords, cannons, stuff like that.
That will be on the news.
I know.
7 years from now.
Yeah.
I know.
After.
Sort of.
I know. That's why we're.
He
That's
takes
why
out his
everybody
high
was
school.
playing, like was
Right.
sharing it. It's like, dude, are we not worried about this?
Right.
First of all, it's
And
kick-ass
What's
snowman.
with news guy though? You might want to just say,
Yeah,
"All right,
look at
we'll
the. It's just.
We'll just keep this one to ourselves.
Yeah, and then the news guy says something like, "Your mom says you have a bit of a morbid sense of humor," and the kid's
Yeah.
like, "I guess."
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my teenage sister.
Like,
She-
she says a lot of
her,
things.
Her first time.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty
Dude.
old news guy. So I wonder if he hasn't made the desk because he's not edgy enough. So he's like, oh, okay.
All right.
I'll give you edgy.
I can find the next Dahmer.
Yeah.
A snowstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can find.
Yeah, I buried the neighbor's cat right under
there's
it.
somebody peeling out. Watch out, John. You know we've seen our fair share. Look. There's somebody peeling out. Watch out, John. Watch out, John. See, this is something.
Car peeling out.
we encourage
Sort of
people not
starts to
do.
approach the
I don't know
newsman.
How cool that guy thinks he is. I wish that Lafayette police officer would roll up on him and shut that down. Hey man, can you turn your lights on and shut that down? Unbelievable, bro. Like.
Bruh.
So that's the kind of stuff we don't love to do, which is why Acadiana at times you wonder why we may be standing in certain spots. Just not it, bro. You know, John's got a family, I got a family. We're all just trying to do our job, bringing you up to date. That was whack. I know but I ain't rocking with it. Super lame.
Oh my gosh.
Let me chill out. Boy, I tell you what, John,
Boy.
that got me hot, bro. That got me hot, man.
Bruh.
I wish you would roll back over here, man. We'll show them what's happening. I'm just kidding. Anyway, Acadiana, please be safe.
I do wonder if he is code switching to do the radio voice, and it's like creeping out because he got angry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So like
I can see that.
he's actually like he's the Jason Brown, the guy from Last Chance U, the white coach who was
Yeah.
raised in
Yeah.
Compton, and he's actually talks like that, but he has to try to keep it together to be.
He's like, "Oh,
Here
fellas, that is whack."
Yeah.
That is whack.
But he's like, first of all, and he also started acting like he was a troop. You know, the guy barely slid towards him. He's like, "We got families. You think it's easy to be out here on these front lines, telling you that it's snowing?"
Yeah, providing the news for your freedom.
Yeah, and you the gall, whack as fuck, bruh. Let's see here. I don't think, oh my
Good job,
god!
Rick.
Tight.
Excuse me.
That was whack.
Felt good though.
It was kind of whack though.
Uh,
So almost got hit by cars.
Our
Two-
job bringing you up to date.
That was whack.
That was whack. 2 baby bald eagles hatched yesterday at the John Bunker Sands Wetland Center, south of Dallas. You know
If you're
what
out
that
of
is?
news, just say you're out of news. We
This
can
was,
edit
this one was actually
The
up
John
here.
Wetland Center?
John Bunker Sands Wetland.
That is shorten it to John Wetland.
What are they
It
doing
is.
here? What are they doing to these birds?
I actually did have this one for Jimmy, though.
Okay.
The White Rock Eagles. Isn't there like a
Seen
ball?
'em.
Okay.
I was at a wedding over
Yeah,
there.
they showed up a couple years ago.
Okay, but I feel like there's always like controversy around them as far as like, are people messing with them? Like, do you guys get
I think
calls
they
about
just
this, or is
said-
it? I just assume everything in a tree is your job.
Yeah, cats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You ever been called for a cat in a tree?
We have been. It's a little bit of wisdom for you guys. If they can get up it, they can get down it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
figure it out.
It does sound,
So you're saying you just throw stuff at the cats?
Yes.
sound
but-
like something my uncle would say.
Yeah.
But true.
The bird pops up every now and then because there's just like a fuck ton of bird watchers, like people with beautiful cameras like lined up in lines to find this one eagle.
Yeah.
Which that's a flavor of autism I don't get. But
So there's a ton of people with cameras.
Yes.
Not 2 people.
no, I literally mean a ton. 2,000 pounds worth of human being.
Okay, but yeah.
Maybe more cameras. I don't know. They seem large.
Yeah.
That guy. There's
Yeah, I don't know anything about birders.
I have a friend who does it.
Who's a bird guy?
Bird lady.
Bird lady.
Yeah.
You have lady friends?
I mean, she's the wife of a friend of mine, but I
Okay.
guess it's sort of, yeah.
If they got divorced, would you still be associating with her at all?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I'm a real bro.
Would you go over and just see if she's doing okay and maybe bring her a little something?
No, but I do remember when my parents got
hog.
divorced, how much of that was happening. Yeah,
Really?
I brought over my dick.
Were there like friends of your dad's coming by? Like, hey.
Yeah, both sides. Yeah. Like I remember, and I even remember, I probably shouldn't say this because my mom listens sometimes, but
Because I got some friends.
I remember
I
seeing
don't
a
think-
lot more of one of my aunts.
Interesting.
Being like, I don't remember my dad being that good of friends with her.
That's the most forbidden of all fruit.
Aunt Kathy does change her own oil.
What's she doing over here?
Huh.
Huh.
Some things are coming into focus.
It's awful early in the morning for.
Yeah. Why does Mom seem relaxed? she is flowing through the day.
All right, there's your news.
All right.
Fine. Fine. I wanted to talk about the Eagles, but
Yeah.
What do you mean? We talked about
My
it.
mom started busting nuts, and we got to move on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Hey, Claire, you remember that one time the Frankels got me that huge
Oh,
car accident
Jimmy.
settlement?
Oh, Cornelius
See if you can
Falcon,
get
how could
this
I
one right.
forget?
Yeah, that was super dope.
Was that a fart?
Please stop talking.
Frankel and Frankel.
personal injury lawyers.
Anybody know their phone number?
I think it's 214 or 187-333-3333.
No, Fort Worth's area code, more of an 817, not the police code for homicide. So that would be 214 or 817.
How do you know the police code for homicide?
How do I know 187?
Yeah.
187
There's a lot of famous
motherfucking cops.
Oh, sorry. Gosh.
You guys knew 187, correct? Oh.
Okay.
There was
Work
a
out
movie.
Fellow.
There was also a movie called 187.
Yeah.
With Samuel L. Jackson.
That's right.
There was a few movies in the 90s about teachers who had to kill their students, and that was one of them.
I thought we were focusing on Cassie and Jack and the fact that they also are not culturally literate.
See, the weird thing is, I thought we were focusing on the Frankels, who are
Oh,
personally
yeah.
attorneys who are chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. That's because their attorneys, they used to defend those insurance companies. They have the experience, the know-how. They know their tricks. So if you get in an accident, make sure you're okay. Don't wait on Jimmy and his crew to get soft before they can get,
No.
get in the truck and get there. Call the Frankels at 214-817.
Stay hard, you don't have to
all
get
three.
That's right. There you
Write
go.
that down, everybody.
The Dumb Zone presents
Tell Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
in History.
So I have a couple of viewer mail birthdays that I forgot from the other day. I also have a piece of viewer mail that I forgot from earlier today, which was actually mailed to my house.
Okay.
This was on my porch, and I brought it for you. It was sent to us by Michael Snap.
Oh, okay.
You know him?
Our adult son intern.
He's a very good intern.
I know. It's just we have an intern that's like close to my age or my age, and it feels cool.
Well, yeah, he's also been through rehab and stuff, I think.
This is true.
Although I don't know if he wants me to.
Happy Bud Dwyer Day.
So yesterday was Bud Dwyer Day.
How'd we miss it?
Well, that's why you said I have to take off.
Oh, that's
You're like, I'm not working on Bud Dwyer Day.
It's a loaded handgun.
If there's anyone squeamish in here, that was I think what he said. No, it's a shot glass. It says treat yourself to a shot.
With a little picture of Bud Dwyer in it?
Yeah, with a manila folder. Wonder what's in there. That's good stuff right there.
Happy Bud Dwyer Day, everybody.
You want to do
show,
sometimes we'll do skits or a cold open before the show or something. Can we do something revolving around
me blowing my head off?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But in a comedic way.
Right.
With a comedic vein.
Yeah. Okay.
So like I said, I had a few birthdays from yesterday I didn't get to. Tuesday, I just totally forgot because we were just rocking along with Brandon Aubrey, and then the real reason is that Blake didn't remind me to read Dear Gash Gestapo. I'd like to wish a happy Odeby McDowell birthday to my good friend and co-owner Drew Wagoner's new daughter, Riley Ann Wagoner.
Dangerously porny, and her initials spell raw.
Oh.
Not good, folks.
So congratulations on the birth of your daughter.
Well, it's his friend's daughter.
Oh.
Actually, his co-owner's daughter, he says. He says, contrary to your claim
business.
in our ad read last week, I believe this proves that we do, in fact, heat vaginas. So if your listeners need a new air conditioner or just someone to cuck them, call or text 469-667-7290. Think of it as marriage preventative maintenance. This is from Travis Gafford.
Okay.
Our good friend from Community Mechanical.
Yeah.
Our HVAC partner at Community Mechanical. Or what is their website? CommunityDFW.com. Right?
I think so.
Well, let's not research it.
Well,
let's just assume it's that.
Let's not
I like
do a
the
live spot
attitude.
for someone.
This little testiness.
Who's getting testy? Blake?
Not me.
What's wrong?
I feel great.
Why are you being like this?
I'm not.
Dear Dan, please wish me belated happy birthday. My leaders are holiday host Danny, any of the D's picks that are not Chappies, and Dan's sigh after Jake surprises him with "There's your news." This is from D2DF Travis, number 978.
I think Chappie has been eating these playoffs, man. He's done very well.
Is he quick to inform you of that?
Every Sunday night, I get his record.
Dear Curly Crustacean Crusher, Tuesday is my Lionel Washington birthday.
Don't know it.
Then he gives us some optional content. So I will say more ski and Soroy banter, Danny's life experiences, mom game crossovers, and Dan yelling at the dogs. From the best Tyler, not the other bitch Tylers. Yes, I'm an effing Aggie. So his name's Tyler.
An effing
He's an Aggie.
Okay.
Right. And
an Aggie.
Two more. Dear Genghis Cunt. I'm writing in for my own Tony Dorsett birthday because I'm a loser with no friends.
You have us.
Let's see. Les Sarah Hepola from Harry, day 2. Oh, his theory on why Derrick Henry didn't sign with the Cowboys is because he has an endorsement with State Farm Insurance, and Nationwide is the Cowboys.
Literally nothing would surprise me.
Insurance, and he says, for proof, Micah's podcast sponsor is
Nationwide. This is very true.
And a couple birthdays for today. Hello, Gash Bros. Happy birthday to my former boss, DF Jeff. It is his Bobby Carpenter birthday.
Barbie.
Let's see.
Been a long time.
His leaders are the sex rules of Billy Bob Thornton's daughter in Landman.
Oh, yeah. That was tough. You guys
Mel
watching that
Gibson's term of endearment with law enforcement. And Russell Erkslaben's investment strategies. Never punt from DF Brandon.
Watching Landman?
What is the
We talked about it
Landman?
last time.
Okay, you were here? Okay.
And I have watched it since.
Okay.
And I think I disagree with you and think it fucking ruled.
Really?
Yeah. It was a
Okay.
blast. Did you watch it?
I have not watched Landman.
Worth it.
I think I'm going to.
You watched the whole series?
first season. Yeah.
Okay.
Good, clean fun. Everyone. It's a show built for men.
How'd you like Jerry?
Pardon?
Jerry.
Isn't Jerry
Oh, wait.
Jones in it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jerry Jones is there.
Well, I had to ask. Of course. And that's what I get for asking.
At a high school football
We
game.
have a rule, we stick to it.
I want to regret asking you this, but what is this rule?
As long as he never comes in me, he can come anywhere on me.
I'm gonna look at a Dr. Pepper. You want anything?
No.
That's tough.
God bless him.
I'm a sucker for anything Billy Bob Thornton. I do know that it is big on the, like, let's have Billy Bob Thornton, who's Billy Bob Thornton in a cowboy hat, explain to some libtard how it all actually works up
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Once I saw that speech, I was like, all right, I know what this is. I know what this is.
Good, clean fun. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
And greetings, Adolf Slittler. Today is my Doak Walker birthday. I just want to say I believe in Jake being able to record an epi while on mushrooms because I was able to do the spotlight for the Lake Highlands High School production of Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat when I was 17 years old. So is he saying that he was on
He was on
shrooms?
mushrooms while doing the spotlight.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, not just that being on mushrooms is like being 17.
Do you think the Cowboys can still get away with underpaying employees and players by saying it's an honor and privilege to work and play for the Dallas Cowboys? Yeah.
Seems to kind of be what they're going with, yeah.
Shout out to the Beehive. More Tim
Is that Blake's
Collishaw
fans?
Yeah.
in Dingy from Patrick B. You're fans of the Beehive?
Yeah, I like that. That would be the funniest
When did that
subset
start?
of fans.
Was I not here?
No, we were. I think we were talking about the backup quarterback ad, and Colt McCoy had to take down a beehive.
Yeah.
And you hadn't seen it, so you thought that I called my fans beehive.
You can do fan meetups at Applebee.
Well, your name is Blake, and Adrian actually did send an email that says, Dear King B, he wanted advice on his lawn, and that's your bit.
Yeah, it's pre-emergent season right now.
Is it really?
Yeah, lay it down.
Wow, that was
Damn.
just to the point.
He
Yeah.
worked for like
talk.
well,
Yeah,
who'd you work?
Scott's.
Okay.
So I learned a thing or two about grass.
Yeah, he's our guy.
That's manly.
Useless knowledge.
It's manly.
Man, that guy from Game of Thrones really on hard times. The redhead?
Yeah,
Big Viking
Tormund.
fella.
But it works very well for him.
Yeah,
that role. Somehow did you guys see the clip of there's like some Irish comedians talking about another history podcast? It was viral a couple days ago, and I started following this Irish comic. He's about our age, maybe a little bit younger. That accent makes
everything's better.
Everything twice as funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The affect, and I guess I do know how to use affect. The affect and the accent are just so fuck it. You know what I mean? Like everything he says sounds irreverent just because he's doing a little bit this.
Go on.
That's all I
You
got.
go.
Oh, I thought
You kind of. I thought you went more British there.
that did sound.
That's why I
I'm
stopped.
from Ireland. Cheerio. Chip.
Fuck
chip.
you.
Oh, they're so bad now.
Hey man,
Yeah.
where's my
Isn't it,
potato? No.
Oh, I'm from Dublin. No, I don't
Yes,
think
sir.
so. No, but it's a very funny accent. And that's all I have on that, really.
So it's Thursday, January 23rd. On this very day in 1845, Congress decided all national elections would be held on the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. So
Pain in
imagine
the
that
ass.
meeting.
Yeah. No,
The first Tuesday of November.
Don't like it.
Okay, so November 1st.
Too
is
early.
Tuesday.
It's too early. Well, because they had to start with like
So if it's November 2nd.
settling on
fine.
Tuesday. That was a 3-week process, I'm sure.
Why, and why did we do that? Hey, wait, what if, get the week started. So
You talking about a Monday?
You get a day in my office.
A
like you need
no,
a day
whoa.
to kind of like talk it out.
Get my feet on the ground a little bit here. And then somebody
Okay,
else
cool.
is like,
so
why
we'll
don't-
get like a excellent idea then. We'll get a day off on Tuesday, right?
No. No.
Wait, what are you
No,
saying?
we're gonna have no days off. We're America.
Okay. Well, what if we vote on the weekend or something? So you just have time. You don't have to-
Football. 300 years ago, they were concerned.
On this day in 1962, Jackie Robinson, first year of eligibility, is elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. You need 75% of the vote to get in. He got 77.
God, that sucks.
Many, many writers are like,
In the 60s.
Well,
I mean,
never
obviously I know, but
that wasn't the only
that
thing
long
they were
ago.
thinking in their head, but I can't say the.
Yeah. Who just got in with like 97%? Was it Ichiro?
Ichiro had
Yeah.
but one from unanimous.
Mm.
Because there's always got to be one asshole.
That one
The
dentist
baseball
that doesn't
writers.
approve of toothpaste.
They're
Yeah.
such dicks. Yes,
Yeah, who
they
is
are.
that
They're
guy?
the 10th dentist.
Yeah.
Just contrarian.
Somebody should do a bit like that, like meeting with that guy. Like, he's just the, like the Rick Rubin of dentists. He just knows nothing.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. Don't put anything in there. I think it works.
And on this day in 2020, the Chinese government issued a travel ban for all residents of Wuhan.
What was that about?
It says here it was the epicenter of a novel coronavirus outbreak that would come to cause a pandemic.
Yeah. That was
As of this day in 2020, the disease had killed about 17 people. Or not a disease, right? It's not a disease.
Still
You get rid of
virus.
I don't know.
Just still struggling to make it big. Still
Yeah.
playing those indie shows.
Down
at
to the
door.
pavement.
Yeah.
Workshopping.
Uh,
This is, by the way, I think this is about the time that year that the three of us started being like, you guys, are we cool here? Or
Yeah.
how do
yeah,
guys
like
think?
you had a buddy. And,
Yeah, and we had
my
a
buddy was saying.
we did a show at the SMU Athletic Forum with Roger Staubach. And his son, Jeff Staubach, was a big listener to the radio station, he greeted us with an elbow.
Yeah, like what
And it
are
was
we supposed
about
to do
this
here?
week. And we're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
This is going to be bad.
I was leaving an open mic at Dallas Hyenas in Mockingbird Station, and there's a big glass front to it, and I was walking out, and my friend Hogan just knocked on the window and put his phone up, and it was like, NBA season canceled, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That's a weird, that the Cuban will be tied to that moment forever. At least in my mind. Like, I think of him when I think of the start of
Oh,
COVID.
yeah. And Boban.
I looked up the other day.
Boban hit like 30, right?
It was like 31 and 17.
hit a 3.
I didn't remember his final number.
Yeah, it was the greatest
insane.
game ever.
It was the Nuggets. Yeah, we balled out. Luka didn't play that night. Big Boban night.
Good times.
Why did they get rid of Boban?
It was so fun.
Like he should just still be here. Birthdays today. Former Cowboy Anthony Spencer is 41.
I forget about him
wow.
often. He had
Purdue?
Yep.
Phil Dawson, 50.
Texas.
a kicker.
Eric Metcalf, 57.
Texas.
Texas, yeah, I remember him.
Cardinal or Brown or both?
Brown, I know.
Definitely Brown.
Okay.
Jerry Kramer is 89.
Offsides.
That's right.
Is that the Norm Fart guy?
Correct.
I'm going to sneeze again, just giving you the alert. Byron Hanspard is 49. And by doing the alert, it lessens the chance of the sneeze actually coming.
You think
for
so?
some reason. Oh, yeah.
Does that work in bed?
When I've what do you mean, in bed? You ever sneeze while doing it?
No. I just mean like
Say
if
it.
you say like, "Hey, it's about," does it slow things down for you? Or
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially when she's like, ew.
That would be the funniest response to that. Just the very standard, like I'm about, and they're like, ugh.
Yeah, no.
Gross.
Get off of me.
Why?
Byron Hanspard is 49.
I feel like you just said he was 48.
Today?
I remember that one.
Okay, go ahead.
Like a minute ago?
No, you're thinking of last year.
Okay,
It was last.
I do have a great memory.
He's a Red Raider. Tito Ortiz, 50.
Looks great.
Weren't you guys talking about MMA guys a minute ago? Or am I high? Was that a year ago?
That might have been last year.
He's the one that was with Jenna Jameson, right?
Yeah, and he had the grave digger celebration. It was a pretty cool celebration earlier.
That is a good one.
He's the so we once had him on the show.
You and Bob did, yeah.
And Jenna Jameson was lying next to him in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? When you were interviewing him?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah, man.
So now you can look at me
Sick.
and think of Jenna Jameson.
I always do. I did before. Didn't know why.
Richard Dean Anderson, 75.
Who's
MacGyver.
That? Oh. Did he do anything else?
Who went to Ohio University.
I don't think so.
Go Bobcats.
As did I. Mariska Hargitay
Yeah.
is 61.
She looks great.
Jane Mansfield's daughter.
That's right. She does look like she could push you around a little bit.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Tiffany Thiessen, 51.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Saved by the Bell.
A lot of socks had to meet their maker over that one, folks.
Generations.
Yeah. It's a regular genocide.
Just the real socks that happen.
Okay. On the fly, I like it.
And born in Denison, Texas on this day 74 years ago, Sully Sullenberger.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Denison.
Oh,
nice.
I didn't.
Oh, wait.
I don't know nothing.
You had to crash land because there was a bird in the air? Well, I guess this is
a bird.
the only airport where there
You're
was
in
a
an
bird in
airplane.
the air. I can't believe it.
You could have seen that one coming. You know, we said
How has all those other thousands of flights left from this exact place, but everything else fine? You're in the river, and you're like, oh, let's make a movie because you're so great.
Yeah, no, I mean, now these guys, they were in like aerial dogfights, you know, where they had thousands of people trying to kill them
We don't
from
need a
the
movie
air,
about
from
that.
the ground. Why don't we put Sully's statue right next to them for, what was it? A bird?
Yeah, for
Perfect.
For crash land. Like, they didn't even get up off the ground, really.
Jimmy is not pleased with our Sully slander.
Are you pro Sully?
It took me a few seconds ago to be like, oh, that one Tom Hanks movie?
He has a Sully tattoo. He has a Sully.
Born on this day now dead, John Hancock. And XXX Tentacion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've never known how to say that.
Yeah, I don't think.
One time.
I don't think he does either. I don't either.
I think I did a great job.
I did see the video of when he died. That
Get
was
shot?
gnarly.
Damn.
Yeah, like an intersection.
Ah.
Oh, shit.
Did you guys see there was a
It's the worst place to get shot.
there was a school shooting yesterday?
Go on.
Where the guy live streamed some of it?
No.
At least tried to.
Damn.
Real.
How'd the numbers do? Did you do like a live spot in the middle of it?
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine?
But it was
a
a
sell
real.
that for?
That's not okay.
Oh, no?
No, like there
Okay.
is a limit here. This was a really confusing one though because it was a younger black guy. I mean, he's a student, obviously, but he hated black people. Like his manifesto is very anti minorities of all sorts, and he like quotes a bunch of.
So you're on the fence on whether you should hate this guy or
No, it's just a weird one. I'm thinking about like some regular schmegular news guy at mainstream news, like David Meir, the ABC News guy with perfect hair, is like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm used to the normal options here.
Yeah, if he shot up a bunch of white kids, that'd be great.
Right. They don't know what
that would fit.
they're like
They got ladies shooting up schools now?
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
equality,
kind of.
my guys.
Yeah.
Huh?
Boy, that's great.
We're
Because
doing
I
it.
have 2 daughters, and I'd love to show them that.
It's her
You can be anything you want.
Yeah, I
You
showed
could be a
them
line
the.
judge or a
It's going to
school
be like
shooter.
a WNBA, NBA situation. You're going to put up less numbers than your male counterparts,
Right.
but that's not what's important. You're doing what you love.
Well, we've already taught her that she could perhaps be an NBA referee in the regular season.
You guys know that? They don't use any of them in the playoffs.
No.
One was really bad in a Mavs game earlier this year, and that was the only time that I've been like, ugh.
And it sucks too though because you know that it's no worse than the males.
Yes,
it's just
absolutely.
90% males, and you're just used to like this ref sucks. But when it's a woman, you're like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Leave Luke alone.
Yeah, jealous.
Born on this day now, or excuse me, dead on this day, you have Bob Keyshawn, who was Captain Kangaroo.
I know nothing about that.
No?
I know it was a
Know it
TV
from
show.
that song.
Go on.
Johnny
Counting flowers on the wall. That don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with a deck of 51. It's Roger Miller. I think it was originally Roger Miller. I don't know.
I enjoyed it.
Then there was another guy.
I enjoyed it.
Cover of it.
It was in Pulp Fiction, right? That song?
Yes.
But I don't remember Captain Kangaroo being part of it.
Captain Kangaroo. Yeah, I don't know.
Keep going, man.
I like it.
Do it with the Irish accent.
I remember it very spottily. Forget about me, blue diamond.
Damn, he was the best of all of us.
That is funny.
Johnny Carson died on this day.
Yeah, I know he's a terrible guy, but I was a big fan growing up. Get to stay up late in the early years. He was a bad guy, though.
Look.
What'd he do that was bad?
What an entertainer, though.
Dude, the Tommy Vi stuff with Carson is real tough.
The what stuff? Oh, okay, yeah. I read a book.
Yeah.
I read his whatever biography. And
It's tough.
Larry King.
Larry King
died on this day.
Pound for pound, the best marriage tab on a Wikipedia page ever.
Why?
So good.
Just married a million times?
Yeah, and most of them were
remarried the same lady.
He did that once, I believe. Most of them were like a year, right? Like he would marry one lady for a year, marry another lady for 2 years, and then go back to the other one for a year. Yeah. And I think the best part about it is his last marriage, I think it was his 7th, started in 1997, and it went to 2019. That's the longest one he had by far. Now, you might be thinking like, oh, yeah, he died. And that it ended when he died. No. Larry King died 3 years later. He got divorced from his longest marriage.
Oh, really?
Like finally some peace and quiet.
So, yeah. And when he saw, like
you're
I think I only have a few years
left. At that
left,
point,
like,
you're just
I'm
going
out.
to go, right?
Screw it.
Because he died at the age of 87.
Yeah,
so
he had
he's
3 more years.
84. Like, I can't
do this
Get the
anymore.
Fuck out of my house.
I have to leave.
Just keep the apartment. I don't give a shit.
They've been together for 20 years.
Like, yeah, why wouldn't you just kind of split up but you're still married?
No,
Just don't
like
live
I
with-
hate you. I absolutely hate you.
That's great.
One of my favorite Larry King things was when he didn't get one of Norm Macdonald's jokes.
Iron?
Who?
I know Iron. He had a
Iron?
very tough time with when he was
not
doing the
pronounced
Iron
Iron.
Great.
Oh, no,
the
he
man
was
great.
doing yeah, I'm a deeply closeted gay man or a deeply closeted homosexual. And Larry King was just like, so you're gay?
Yeah, just
And then he would go, no,
I'm deeply closeted.
I'm deeply closeted. And Larry just couldn't wrap his head around. He's like, I don't know what you're saying to me.
It is time for closing remarks, and that'll be brought to us today by Fairlease. Thank you, Fairlease. Don't they have a phone number or something?
They have a website.
Oh,
A
website.
very modern.
Whoa, wait a second.
There it is on the screen.
Fairlease has a website?
Fairlease.org. Hit,
Okay.
I don't know, contact, how'd you hear about us? You'll figure it out.
Yeah, Dumb Zone.
You'll figure it out. Select Dumb Zone on how'd you hear about us.
What if you won't figure it out?
Well, I cleaned it up for you. So there you go.
But yeah, wow.
One of them to come sit in Jimmy's lap, or
They
do we
actually
have a mic? Or
Yeah, how are we
going
to do this? What?
we could swap out with him.
Yeah, you want to swap?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have any remarks? You want to?
You can swing it over.
Okay.
He doesn't need headphones.
Yeah, I don't know that I need headphones.
Jimmy enjoys swapping.
Perfect. Yeah, no, great. Not anything of substance, but just love what you guys do. So thanks for having us out. Happy that we had these guests, even though it was tough not listening to the Emmitt Smith Roast.
That is tough.
Oh, you didn't get to hear it because it was going through the
We'll go
headphones.
back and listen again. So, but that
Okay.
was all good. But yeah, happy that
We could just play it again for you right now.
Perfect. Yeah. No, that's it. Really good.
Short and sweet. Thank you to the wife.
Thank you to Cassie.
for booking.
Yeah, Cassie booked it.
Cassie booked it. Is this like a birthday celebration, or is this just a
Christmas gift.
a Christmas gift? So what did you put under the tree to indicate that this was going to happen?
I just told him about it.
Oh, okay.
I was not creative.
You didn't he had this fun. Okay, do a bit.
What you want? You wanted like a 12 days of
I don't
dumb
know.
song?
Yeah, you know.
Every day there's a.
Printed it off and framed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
we're
this has been
gonna
a special one.
So we're gonna play the close, and for those listening, that'll be the end of the show. But we want to keep the video rolling for the live stream because we're going to do something today that we've never done before.
Yeah, we're going to try it.
Okay? So, we will say goodbye to you.
Oh, but can we let them? Do you want to promote?
Oh, I'm
Yeah, what do you
sorry.
got?
Yeah, Scott.
Let's. I forgot to do that earlier.
We can put it in the show notes too. Obviously.
January 30th, Rose City in Tyler, Texas. I'm gonna be headlining. Come on out. It's gonna be a real good time.
It's it's a real cool club. It's like used to be a 30-seater and like a cell phone repair shop, and it's been growing for a few years. And it's like a real beautiful redone 160-seater. And it's
what's it called?
Rose City.
Nice.
Yeah,
Rose
Jimmy
City.
just headlined there last weekend, and then I'll be there. 30th.
But I will be headlining Big Laugh Comedy Club March 6th. And that is a comedy club that I will be headlining, not a restaurant in Grapevine. And there will be seats for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you referring to here?
When I came on and promoted that show and Dan came out, Jake came out, and it sold great. All those people there were there for the show, but they didn't really advertise it on the website that you had to pay extra to have a chair.
Yeah.
So like all the seats, which were sparsely, they were spread out. And then you had to, so people didn't know that. And so 60% of the crowd just had to like stand in the back.
So the seats are empty?
There were like a couple empty tables.
Yeah.
Just people jammed into the back by the bar. So it was like kind of chatty and just weirdly spaced. And we're like, hey, it's an hour and a half show. Can people sit down? But
they didn't have tickets.
It might work better if people could sit down. We tell them.
Yeah.
It was fun though. But.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do an hour and a half?
No, it's whole.
Oh, the whole show. Okay.
Scott opened.
Yeah, the standard general, it's like there's usually like a 90-minute show. It's like 15 for the opener, 30 for the feature, and an hour for the headliner.
I really enjoyed, even though like I'm sure you get tired of it. I really enjoyed Stone Cold. I think in Therapy.
Oh yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin in Therapy.
Yeah, and I think
gotta do it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those deals where like I think a lot of people think they can do a Stone Cold and try it, and you're like, is it even worth trying it? But then yours was good enough that I was like, oh shit, like he actually did it. He actually pulled it off.
What's your social stuff? I've noticed like Jimmy is not really on Twitter, right? But
I'm not on Twitter.
You go to the gram.
I'm on the gram.
All comedians are kind of like that, aren't
Instagram.
they? Why is that?
I don't know. I'm not
Is Instagram funnier than Twitter?
I think so. I've never been on Twitter.
Really?
I don't.
Yeah, I
seek it out.
enjoy Twitter, but I use it more for like a writing exercise than I do for like a social media platform. I think.
Okay.
I don't like. I post jokes on there, but I don't have much of a following, and I really just use it to like get things out and see how I feel about them. And then Instagram's kind of my go-to.
What's your?
I'm at Scott Crisp with 3 P's.
3 P's.
Yes, sir.
And you're Jimmy Nelson Comedy on everything.
Okay.
And our podcast is Oddball History. Check us out.
Yeah, check us out.
They recently learned about how horny dolphins are. You know, it's something I've been talking about for years, how dolphins will rape.
And these guys are going to get the credit.
It was a
because they're
they
comedians.
come in late.
We've been talking about it for years, but we swoop in.
We swoop in with a specific horny dolphin from history
named Peter
from
Peter
the
the
show
dolphin.
Flipper. He was getting jacked off, but for science.
The 60s were a different time, Dan.
They were giving him acid, trying to teach him English so they could communicate with extraterrestrials.
Yeah, and he would
The whole
get
thing.
too distracted to learn language because he was rock hard all the time. They're like, well, we know what to do about that. Here's a volunteer who works here, and this lady would jerk him off and then keep teaching him.
Yeah. If only all the fire engines had a Margaret on them. just handling business. Y'all get back to what you do, all right?
Before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.